Okay, are we on?
I think so.
Okay, so what's up? Can we see everything okay? No, I'm glad my brother decided to join me for
Hello, one and all.
an evening streaming because I don't know. I thought we'd come on for. I wake up. I feel anxious. I feel listless. Thoughts that go through my mind. I saw my shrink again today, and he wasn't. It went in a weird direction, but it wasn't the direction I thought it would go in. So we can watch that in a bit. But it's like I don't know if I'll share it or not. But and it's like I get shit. But tomorrow I'm starting physical therapy.
Yes.
Don't go back to the orthopedic clinic for another week, but hopefully I can get some physical therapy started and get an assessment as to where I am. Yeah. So I wanted to share that with anyone who's here who wanted to partake in what's going on in my life. There, we're streaming. Okay, all systems go. Thank you, thank you. Is this? We had a couple hackers hanging out. I'm never sure who's real, who's not. I don't know. Let's take a look here. Hold on. Go to channel. I don't know. Maybe I can't. Hard to tell. But whoever you are, hacker, image of hacker.
Yes.
Anyway, so where were we? No, my shrink was going on. I was relaying a story. Maybe I'll just share the video, or I don't know. I don't know if it's worth sharing. I'm going to share every fucking shrink session.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
But I thought I wanted more. It's hard to rip the Band-Aid off to tell my stories, but I want to tell my stories because these people, when like I was saying to you just before we started, how do you get to a point where it's so fucking evil, where that many people are against you, where someone can vehicular manslaughter, or not even attempted homicide with a motor vehicle for nothing? I don't even know this, and like no one believes you, and they want to have me arrested for vaping and put me in people believe all kinds of nonsense about me, but my truth, I think the biggest fear to me is not being believed. You tell these people, all they say is something like, "Oh, I know, true. That's I we all go through that." It's like the oblivious. But I mean, what do you think? Because you've had thoughts.
Oh yeah, I mean,
when you get on camera, you suddenly get so you don't. I understand. Maybe you should record videos, and if there's something you don't like, we won't post the video because you're more articulate. Like when you don't have the audience in front of you, when the audience pops up, there's what?
Nothing more to say. You've had these very bizarre, life-threatening experiences.
Right.
No one can relate or understand. That's where we're at.
I mean, when people said, "Wow, I can't relate or understand," as opposed to, "Oh, I know what that's like." Oh, a homeless guy approached me once and asked me for $1. Like what the fuck? Like I have the regular problems plus this and then some bullshit.
Yes.
Hello, off grid. How are you?
How are things?
Actually, you were here last time as Kissy. I think you called yourself Kissy, right? That was you. Kissy and off grid are the same, one and the same.
Very nice.
Now, what I will do is we won't. Where's that? Todd posted a video which I actually liked. I didn't leave a comment. I wanted to go over it again. Maybe you're not in the mood now, but there was one comment that the reason I'm talking about what I am is this one comment. Let's see if we can share screen here. It was let's scroll up here. It was called "Rant on Being Low at the Workplace and Getting on Meatbucks." It's a good stream, good video rather, good video. But the one I relate to the most, because you have all sorts of people, some agreeing with him. You also, because Todd has such a huge following and also gets more views, 2,000 views. He's got randos coming in saying, "What a loser you are." You got all kinds of shit. But the one that actually stood the most for me was this guy that I can actually relate to. Was this Faded Witness, who says, "I've experienced the same thing at every workplace I've ever worked at, which have mostly been blue collar or restaurant related jobs, as I don't have a degree yet." So I guess I don't know if this is a young guy or an old guy going back for a degree, but it's not much better in the white collar world. But he's saying he's experienced this, unfortunately for me, and not just you, Faded Witness. You're not the only one. Someone I can commiserate with. Unfortunately for me, gossip is only a mere fragment of what I experienced at these dreadful jobs. I'm usually the subject of ridicule, condensation, ridicule, condescension, verbal insults directed towards my intelligence, competence, and eventual physical alterations or altercations once I've been somewhere long enough. Yeah, it's like that's what I was getting at too. There's sort of a social line you're not supposed to cross. I don't cross it. I expect others don't cross it with each other. I expect to have the same human dignity of that line not being crossed. Not only is there some person who wants to cross that line, but there are the others who basically just slink back and say, "Oh, maybe you deserve it. We don't want to get involved." And that's the kind of, it's like, how am I supposed to function with, in addition to the everyday bullshit that we all have to deal with, I've also got to deal with that and then some, because it really is fucked up. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'll share my stories. Why not? So I can relate to this dude, this Fated witness. Yeah, eventual physical. As if you stay there long enough, yes. Eventual physical altercations. Yes. And I'm sorry, this guy also got bullied throughout his school years. I was probably bullied more in my 30s than I was as a kid, but I can relate. But yeah, it's not just the ladies in the office are mean and that's bad too. But this is like when you get these shittier jobs, you have to deal with like a really shitty, fucked up people. But my shrink's always like, well, get a better job. I'm like, no, I do the same thing in the better jobs. In the better jobs, they don't go to those extremes. But what happens is they don't want you there. So I get barred from the better jobs, have no choice but to take the shitty jobs. And that's where you get in this, this. But there are people I work there with who I get along with, and they seem like nice people. And even though I get along with them, they don't have the problems I do. So why couldn't I be like one of those people? I work this shit job, and I don't mean you any harm, and you leave me alone. We just do our fucking job. I'm always the target, and it gets to like, how many things have to go wrong for it to get that fucking evil? You know what I mean? Yes. So I like this guy. How do I give him a heart? Oh, I can't. It's not my channel, but I'd give this dude a heart, or I'd agree with him. This fated witness sounds like something. How do I do it? Fated witness. Is that his name? I have to type that or say. Sounds like the story of my life. Or sounds like something I could have written. Story of my life. Agreed. I agree with that. So we're still sharing screen here. Let's go back to this. Okay. So it was my little sharing. And Gritty has a question for you.
Percy, aren't you tired of hearing about his lamenting about poor and abnormal treatment? He needs to change his attitude and work, period.
Well, in fairness, I'm going to cut you off. You've heard, maybe you can answer that question in fairness. They haven't actually heard the bulk of my stories. It's hard for me to talk about. They haven't heard the bulk of it. You actually have. But here's what bothers me. If he's saying, are you tired of this shit? He doesn't even know what this shit is yet. So that's what I'm getting. You're not in a position yet to make any call. But you can answer that.
Yeah, he has a whole lot more to unload, I guess, or to talk about. But I was always happy when he got the therapist. We can go talk to the therapist.
So dumping it on you all day.
I was happy when he has this stream place. You can dump it on you people. So I do get reprieves from it.
Reprieves? This is
they're all dying.
I just opened a new one. But just for fun, dude. Okay. We've reached the point now where just randos are coming, but it's not in the good way. It's become almost like compromise. Like I should start a new channel where I share my stories and just let this one go out to pasture. I'm starting to kind of feel like what a waste this channel's become. Yeah. But I needed to do this to just get myself, out there
some catharsis.
Some catharsis. I don't know if we're taking calls or not, but why don't you call in, Totem? If you want to be on so badly, I invite you. I've lost track of the chat or anything. Anything I had to click on?
No, nothing. Just chatter.
No, see, with my panels, I like to bring people on, say it's nothing to be scared of, share a little about yourself. In the last panel, no one wanted to share much about themselves. This is just some like weird hangout. Not only JT, even Denmark guy. I'm like, well,
Denmark guy was
Denmark.
Nice.
It was like 2 streams ago. I'm like, well, he was just, oh, where's Dom? It's like, I'm like, what the fuck is this? This isn't the nature of my channel. It never was.
This isn't the new dumb channel. I mean, he comes up every now and then, but you guys are clearly coming here just to try to get closer to that or talk about that more.
Yeah, I can't really tell you much about them other than I guess they're living happily ever after in Australia. And if I hear from one day, I'll say something. I really have nothing to say about that. But no, it's just what I'm saying is when I just bring people on, tell us about yourself, no problem. The last few people didn't want to even like participate the normal way. Not just this JT troll, but even Denmark guy. We usually talk about. He's going about where's Dom? I miss Dom, but then he goes, but I know he's reading my comments. So I'm like, well, if you know he's reading he's not responding. I'm like, what is this shit? It was like it's just
yeah.
Oh, we got here. I've swore to never call in.
That's a shame, Totem.
What's wrong? Just hang out. That's not the nature of my panels. It never was. I mean, it was interesting. Every now and then I guess an interesting animated Jerry Springer kind of thing, but that's not what I do. And you don't want to like participate the way I run panels and find someone else. What you're looking for is not this place, is what it seems like. That's all. It was just that last panel was weird, but that's okay. No, I was hoping to meet new blood, people who want to, like you were saying. What were you saying before we came on? These people, they're more reactionary. They don't have any anything of substance to offer.
There's no credible feedback. There's no healthy back and forth, or maybe something is learned or a new perspective is taken. It's just a lot of hostility towards other individuals, if not him and me.
Yeah,
it really goes nowhere.
It really goes nowhere.
Yeah.
You want friends, don't you? Not really. I like talking to people. I like acquaintances, and it's just simple. Okay, where you? So yeah, no, yeah, not really. I don't think whatever it is you're looking for. This isn't that kind of place. And maybe this whole thing has been compromised. But what I would say is, yeah, I got to tell my stories. I mean, if the people want to watch the videos and participate and learn about my life and give feedback, and it just sort of, I guess, it turned to something different. But these things can and do happen. What was I going to say? Yeah. What else? I think that's about it.
Yeah, I think so.
Now, I wanted to. I'm thinking how to tell much if I record. I have to edit these together. Maybe I'll add some images here and there. But if I want to, I guess I'll do an intro before this. I'll have to tell these stories. If there's things I want to go back and add, so I might splice in before we do a final proper video. Also, I do like when we do talk about when people mention things about the shrink session. If you have occasional feedback, that's why people don't even want to watch the videos. Their opinions are getting kind of meaningless. But I did like when Doggo seemed to recognize what I had said about the greatest occupational hazard to a fucked up spurg is the occupational click, hence the name. I like when people actually pay attention, try to learn something, or they're paying attention. Well, I want these people to at least give something back to the table. You've given nothing back. You can't even. You don't even. I ask you where you're from. Well, I could just lie, bro. Well, yeah, that's true, but so far, no one else. You're the only person who's insistent on a panel who doesn't want to participate correctly in a panel. Yes, there's a correct way on this channel. But you wouldn't know that. You don't watch this channel. It's like, so no, I don't have paneling's worth it. Unless Totem wants to come on. I'd love to talk to Totem. I'd love it. Compare our glove. Where's Totem? Yes. Is this dog pill supremacy? I think it is, but I'm never sure.
I believe that's what it's supposed to be. How you doing?
I didn't time anyone out or ban anybody. So messages me. He probably deleted his own messages.
Nice
no, he's right there. Yeah, he's right there. You can talk to one of the many hackers. I don't know. The last panel was fun. It was different, but it was just. I was up for that. It was like 4 hours. And I'm like, my brother's gonna be sorry. I should have been scanning stuff. It's what it was. I guess there was diversity. There was people I hadn't seen for a while, like Doggo came on.
People who don't interact with each other.
Right. It was interesting. I do like seeing different people interact with each other, but no, I'm not gonna make that a regular thing because you wouldn't even. At least I know who Doggo is. I know who Denmark guy is. I know who JT. Not JT. The other one, Dev Pike. I don't know JT. JT, you haven't paid your dues to panel with me yet. So we let you on. It went a little crazy, but like hacker, whoever. I don't know if it's you or not. I don't care. It's who gives a shit. I can put out a link if one of the hackers wants to come on. I'll do that. And you can say, hi, if you want, I'll do that. If not, I won't bother.
We might get 4 or 5 hackers.
Yes, it's a hacker panel. Me, us and 4 hackers.
There's a hacker legion shows up.
The hacker, yes. I don't know who he's talking to now. I've lost. I guess they're chatting among themselves. I don't know who's talking to who anymore. No, but see, I don't like this JT guy hasn't paid his dues. Like, simple question, like, where are you from, man? He's told us New York, now he's telling us California.
It's a very brief, shallow background.
I can't trust people who want to admit to being deceptive. I don't trust people like that. It was interesting seeing Doggo talk to this weirdo, talk to them then Dev Pike comes on and wants to talk about dumb and like Denmark. It was like a whole It
went somewhere.
It was interesting, but that's not. You got to start. You got to pay. You haven't paid. The others at least paid their dues. I want panels for people who don't want to pay their dues.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true, Totem, and you're part of the reason for that. Didn't you encourage a bunch of
Yes.
trolls and figs to come here?
Totem,
That's like, yeah, you just like, oh my
Totem
God.
allowed for this.
Who's, I guess, off grid is talking to hacker always wins, or is he talking to? Is that the real hacker he's upset with, or one of the dummy hackers? I don't know. I can't follow what's going on. That's why this has become like not just a clubhouse; it's become like a trash clubhouse. It's like, oh my God. This reminds me of when Peter Gabriel left Genesis, the band he founded.
Yeah.
He was just like, fuck this, has gotten too out there. And like, I guess they can revamp it. Someone else can take over the clubhouse role. This is just a coffee house.
Yes.
Been running, police on my back. Won't you help me find the speed I lack? I've been running Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Running Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What have I done? What have I done? Yes, what have you done, Totem? How you doing, Andrew? No, I want to tell my stories. It is hard. I don't know if I'm going to like a deeper depression and fuck you up even further.
Yeah,
if I'm like,
no.
but maybe that was the time to tell my stories. I don't know. I'm starting physical. Well, I guess tell them at some point. Because I, and so, it's kind of nice with when something comes up with my shrink. On one hand, it's an interesting way to present it. I could like share a story via him. But then again, not all the details are there because I'm not going to get repetitive with the shrink stuff he already knows, and only 45 minutes. So part of me is afraid if I share shrink stories, like stories I'm sharing with the shrink to share with the world, they're going to miss details because I'm not going to go over everything with the shrink that I've already mentioned him before. You know what I mean? So yeah. What do you think? Should I share my stories or not? You be honest. You wish I would just to get it out with.
Yeah, I think you should make the videos and share some stories.
But these people are like, what about bro struggles? What about him? He's telling me he wants me to dump this on someone else. So
yeah, I know.
No, you can talk. He's not really an audience guy. Talking to an audience, I go into audience mode. That's why when people say, "Oh, I can't tell if you're real or not," you're like, "Oh, Bundy." It's like, yeah, the way I learned to mask. I was talking about this with my shrink. I was sharing a story. Maybe I will share the video. Like, the sort of person our father was, the madness with him. It's like, and I was reading stuff online about, which I agree with. If you grew up in a fucked up home and you're a spurg, you don't have the luxury to be as spurg. And you were taught that commercial. Do you remember that commercial? You saw those people.
Yeah, there was this commercial for some business. It's called Spectrum. And I guess if you want to buy coffee mugs or T-shirts or sweatshirts for your business, they make it. And it's all what the commercial made it seem like is they hire a lot of autistic individuals. However, these individuals...
They show them the commercial. They actually show the autistic people in the crate.
However, okay, maybe they were autistic, but they were also retarded. You could just tell the way they looked and the way they spoke and acted. Yeah, exactly. Someone sitting there, I make friends easily. It's like, okay, this guy is autistic, but he's also messed up in another way. And then the other people, I like to make the clothes. It's like, yeah, they're not. Even if they weren't autistic, they couldn't be normal. Like I
want to show the commercial that I was in.
Okay.
I did a commercial once years ago. Would you like to see my commercial? And this is how much I've improved since then. This is what I used to be like. I'm going to share my commercial. Let's take a look here. Share screen. Let me share my commercial. It's from many years ago. Hey, give me a minute. Why is this? This is me years ago.
Clear box here, green there, brown there. I sort class. That's my job. I learned the job slow, and now I know it by heart.
He earns money.
See, I earn money. I pay taxes.
He's just like you.
I'm just like you people.
ARP,
I don't.
Association for
I don't deserve to be like.
Throw us away.
Don't throw me away. I don't deserve to be treated like a throwaway person. You know what I mean? Or like, attacked physically, attempted murder. I don't deserve this craziness. No one does. And where were we? Yeah, so remember that commercial? I sort glass. That's my job. Like, I'm not trying to find. It's like you said in this commercial you saw. It's similar to that. It's like someone who's like not just like hi, I have autism. I'm fucked up. They're like more obvious, more blatant.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Are we talking about this commercial? Yes. Where was that on? It's like there was a better. That was kind of soft though. Is there a better? I'll show it one more time. But it's like, what was the commercial you saw? Maybe this one's a little better here. There we go. We'll watch it one more time because you saw a commercial that was comparable to this. Like the person,
yes.
you know, I guess in order to sell autism or anything to the people, it's got to be like blatantly obvious.
Yeah.
People like me fall through the cracks because I told my shrink, I said, listen, I don't care if I come across as normal-ish to you. The end result's still the same. I'm still a fucking social failure who's had very bizarre fucking problems. And he did admit, he goes, yeah, it's true. The end result's the same. So it's almost worse because I'm not playing the role well enough for you. Well, that's why I get pissed, not at the trolls who say the same stupid shit over and over. See, we all go through that. You're a regular guy like us. No, you don't know what I go through, but you seem regular. You sound like my fucking. All I'm asking is people at least open their mind and say, okay, maybe there's something I need to take into consideration. I might not agree, but at least I'll see there's a different point. It's like get beyond. Like look, there's more. You know, that's what my gripe was. But, what was that? I'm looking for your commercial.
Clear gloss here, green there, round there. I sort class. That's my job. I learned the job slow, and now I know it by heart.
He earns money. He pays taxes. He's just like you. ARC, the Association for Retarded Citizens.
Don't throw us away.
Yeah, don't throw us away. As a social retard, I expect the same privileges that you assholes just take fucking for granted. The same respect and rights, but we'll look at your commercial. What was your commercial called? It was for what? You know,
something called Spectrum.
Okay, they're going on about, I don't know.
Whatever they're going on about, yeah.
Should I put up a link to see if the real does the real hacker want to come on or no for 5 minutes or no? If the real hacker wants to, but I'll have to see his face and I'll know if it's him or not. But it's There's okay. So in that commercial, the guy is clearly mentally retarded, but so it's obvious you see something. I think with me, let's see here. Oh, someone liked my reply to that guy on Todd's video already. So I guess one of these people watching gave me a like, or maybe the guy himself. No, it's like it's not just they're mean to me, which is bad. If it goes beyond that, it's like these crazy and then no one wants to help. Like, oh, this bitch tried to run me over. Well, we'll have the HR look at it. HR. Here's a still image. The girl was not. She was nowhere near you. That's the HR said. Well, if I'm lying or I'm crazy or I'm making it up or I'm confused, where's the fucking video? You as the manager didn't say, where's the fucking video? Fine. Fine. I'm wrong. Show me the fucking video. The fact that HR didn't show you a video, they're fine. I was like fucking insane. We were going through our father had the stroke at that time, and then COVID hit. That was like that. It was like how did the perfect storm of bullshit coming together? That's why. Okay, Spectrum. What? Spectrum autism
workers. I don't know.
You see it? Recognize it?
No, I don't.
No.
Spectrum commercial.
What is Spectrum?
That's what the company was called.
Is that like cable company or something?
There's Spectrum Design commercial. I don't know.
And this is a company that hires Spurgs and puts them to work doing stupid shit.
Okay, I think that's it right there.
This one? Okay.
That one, yeah. Well, it wasn't 44 seconds, but
we got to watch commercial to get to the commercial.
Yes. A world in which we're living.
I'm autistic, and sometimes I have trouble making eye contact. People are quick to stick labels on me, labels I never asked for. We've all been told we're antisocial, can't work independently, and my favorite, girls can't be autistic. But these labels don't stick at Spectrum Designs.
Are you kidding? I'm everyone's best friend.
Trust me, I got this.
We've been thriving without limits for 15 years. And with over 1 million customizable products to choose from, there's no limit to what your merch can do for you. At Spectrum Designs, the only labels we use are shipping labels. Spectrum Designs, the best things can be done.
See, I think what happens here, They pick like with the other commercial, I thought class. They pick like the most obvious retard to sell it more. If you had someone said, "Yeah, I'm autistic. I'm glad I have this job because I've heard the job's a disaster." If I did that, people would say with these idiots are saying, "He doesn't seem autistic." Yeah, right. This is bullshit. They need to find people that the normies will say, "Okay." Like my idiot shrink. I told him, if I can go back, I would just act the way you think autistic is. I put on a show for you to give you peace of mind. So what you think a Spurg is. Because the end result is the same. That's what, no one chooses this lifestyle. And that was, so I think that commercial was comparable to the I thought glass. That's my job. Where are we? Yes, how dare you call yourself? Yeah, it's like, unless it's too blatantly obvious, I guess, because normies don't really know what being a Spurg is. They just think Spurg equals retarded, and they have to see like blatant signs of retardation.
Yes. I
pulled off the label. I thought glass. If I came and talked like this, well, I'd definitely be a lolcow, but I guess you think I was retarded, but then you wouldn't be able to offer it. You'd probably say we can't give this guy advice because he's retarded. So it's like there's no winning with these normie, it's well, I would love. I wouldn't bother the man. He's more than welcome to come on. There are people I would love to panel with. Other people, it's like, once was enough. But no, I did like. We'll respond to. We'll watch it more. It was an interesting video. But that one dude's comment, whatever his name was. What's his name again? Whatever his name's. Sprayed Wolford. Like he had a good. It was like that. That's more in line. I wish that guy would make videos because that's
something Witness 30.
Yeah, I can go back and find it, but I don't know. Oh, Faded Witness 30.
That was the name.
His channel is going to be look at his channel. Hold on. I share screen again. Share. Where is it? Stop screen. Share screen. Faded Witness. Yeah. So if Faded Witness is watching, I feel for you, man. I'll share my stories, and I feel for that. That I feel for. And Todd, of course, didn't have it quite as bad, but even what he went through was bad enough. I mean, it's I'm saying it's. What are most of the people who watch Todd then? They're already on e-books. They were children. These are kids in their 20s who were diagnosed as children, who never actually had to go through this. And they're wondering, what will I be like when I'm an old Spurg? Yeah. So, but at least they were spared all the bullshit. You know what I mean? Whereas, if you're of a certain age, over 40, you weren't diagnosed with this shit. Think of our fucking idiot parent. Could you imagine if I had said, hey, I want to get diagnosed with some kind of retard thing? And be like, not only think to ask it, they'd be like, "What the fuck? Are you gonna?" It's like we come from different existence, different,
It's different.
So I'm envious of those who, these young kids who got diagnosed as children and who I always thought Todd. I thought his following would be more people like me, and I guess there are some, but it's almost like I don't know who all his followers are, but I thought I'd be around more people like, yes, I'm also for my God. I thought I'd get more of that. Yes, I'm a middle-aged fucking loser. My life is shit. Been diagnosed. I want to get there. This is bullshit. It's apparently, I don't know who his fan base is, but it's not that. Faded Witness is a guy who left faded. He left a comment on Todd's channel. I can share repetition, par for the course. Yes. He left a comment that I identified with on Todd's most recent video. Let's see, how do I find it? Hold on. What the hell is this? Okay, a bunch of. This was Todd's recent video, which we liked. It was a good video. He talked about some of his workplace. My video, I can't tell my stories in half an hour. This is going to be like a series for those who want to watch. But where was that dude again? It was a newish comment. If you see it, call out. There it is. Yeah, I've experienced the same thing at every workplace I've ever worked at, which in his case, unlike the more white-collar professional jobs Todd has done with, mean old ladies, this dude's worked blue-collar. I never did restaurants. I was always too clumsy to ever be a waiter. I would never. You see how I cook. I mean, some of our meals come out okay, but they're not presentable. Like if my steak looks a little charred or the mashed potatoes look lumpy or whatever, we still eat them because we don't care. But I can never be a chef and I can never wait tables. But yeah, the blue collar and the retail and the shit. It's like restaurant. Unfortunately for me, and me too, Faded Witness, gossip is only one. It's only one mere fragment of the problems I'm talking about. These dreadful jobs turns into ridicule, condescension, verbal insults, and then eventual physical altercations. Yes, and like the whole apparatus is again the whole machine, social machine. It's just insanity, and it's gotten to a point where how am I just like I'm still haunted by that said insanity. So I felt for this dude, this faded witness, and I said, sounds like something I could have written story of my life. I agree. So that's who I don't know him other than I relate to his comment. Roo! I thought it was Ree. Who was that used to write? Always write. There was one guy who would always write Ree, and he would respond to even like if I leave a comment, he'd write Ree. Yeah. Now it's Roo Ree. Okay. Ree. Retard. Ree. Rafterman, I agree. 1,000%. 1,000%. People get PTSD from the workplace, especially from the occupational click. That's another thing. All right, let's go back to this video here. I will say one thing. Where was it? Okay, so I'll play because I don't think we want to review this right now. But if we share screen here, we'll go back to the start of Todd's video here.
Sup, boys?
Hi.
So today we're going to do a video talking about my job history and the various difficulties I've had in the occupational click.
Now, you remember, sometime in March, I uploaded that video in which I said the greatest workplace hazard, occupational hazard, is the occupational click. So I pretty much defined what an occupational click was. Todd is letting us know that, this video is from February. Forgot why I didn't upload it. I probably said something stupid. I don't know what that means. If he had said something stupid in the video, then if he had said something stupid, as in YouTube won't allow it, then why would he upload it now and not expect? So that makes no sense. There's something kind of fishy about that. And he's and also, does this look like February, the dead of February? This looks like, I don't know.
April, late March.
I just want to talk about my experiences and maybe relate to men who are trying to become neat or have become neat or want to become.
Yeah, it's like there's no bloom yet, but it looks. You don't see that frozen ground.
No,
that's I'd imagine even if it was a snowless year in Buffalo, there'd be more. The ground would be hard in the middle of February.
Exactly, yeah.
So I find the timeline a bit off here, but otherwise a good video. I did this one in February. Okay, forgot why I didn't upload it. Okay, so we forgot to upload it. Okay.
Yes.
Well, if you said something, what does that mean? If you said something stupid that you thought YouTube would strike you for,
the video.
well, then why would you upload it now and not expect to get a strike? So
Yes.
Or if you said something stupid you didn't want to share, why are you uploading it now? So I don't understand I did this one in February crap because I don't know. This doesn't look like
become neat or really just any.
I'm going by like the ground here. You know what the ground looks like, even when there's no snow in the middle of February in this part of the world. In Buffalo, I'd imagine even be worse. The ground always has that frozen look to it. You can tell the grass is kind of brown. You can just tell it. So I can't put if you're in Florida or Hawaii or something, you might know what I'm talking about. For those in other parts of the world, I don't know. This doesn't look like February. No. Even if you have a mild day in February, it wouldn't thaw that quickly. But that's not the point. The point is, it was an interesting video. It was a good video. It was just you can check it out later. You can watch it. Where was I? But yes, in the occupational click. The correct thing to say was my problems with the occupational click because I was never in the click. I was always the victim of the click. And someone who was, you got a crazy person who knows they can't cross that social. They still don't have social worth. I can't cross that line. They feel they have full social permission from the click, and evidently they do to go ape shit on the person outside the click. And the others don't. So they turn a blind eye to evil. It's fucked up. Now, get me a beer. I'm kidding. What do you want to get? Budweiser, or what are we in the mood for? You want a beer?
That's the only thing that's cold.
If you're getting bored, we can stop this. But I wanted to come on, half an hour. We can. Grid isn't a Mexican. No, he's half white, half Palestinian Arab. See, that's another thing. Grid shares things about himself. You don't have to share everything about yourself, but I know who Off Grid is. I know who Denmark guy is. I know who Dev Pike is. If JT, it's like you didn't share enough. I feel like you haven't paid your dues with OC, and you don't realize it or want to realize it because you don't even know what this channel is about. But yeah, the paying of dues. We've reached the point where I think I'm not going to get new people paying their dues. I'm going to get more JTs who just put me on pin. I'm not telling anything about me, but let's go away. It's like this channel has been compromised. How does Brosi feel about the occupational click? I don't even ask him. He's in the click. Well, he's seen as the harmless jester within the click, right? They all love you. They call you drunk. Oh, thank you, buddy. But
yeah, I think that the neat buck situation would fit him because of all these interactions that he has. But, he's not getting there, so he does need to get a job. Like, he recently had a job, but he got upset and left and did this to himself. That doesn't help me at all. I really wish he could have just kept his mouth shut, kept the job. But I don't know. I mean, he needs to get his NEET or he needs to go back to work.
Well, we can't all jester max. It doesn't work for all of us. I think being a manlet, if there are any benefits, people see you as more harmless. They don't get as upset. They see you as a harmless little shit. And I guess not that it's fun to be a jester maxer, but you can jester max because you have that court jester dwarf thing going for you. So it kind of shields you. I think maybe I'm wrong. You don't get the same kind of, because my shrink asked the same question. How come your brother doesn't go through this shit? And I'm like, I don't know. You can ask him. What do you?
We're also different people who behave and react differently. Like he gets under people's skin. Once he learns how to do that, he does it more and more. He loves to see how much he can dig at someone until they explode. I don't do that.
But see, I disagree with Awkward. The occupational clique is just normie social politics. Not exactly. It can, the occupational clique goes beyond just politics, and it's how it's not just I'm on the outs, they don't like me. It's when there's that plotting, what they call workplace mobbing. Let's get rid of this piece of shit, and you can get rid of the little big boy. I got to tell my stories. I'll tell my stories. They don't have enough, but no, it goes. All the things that had to go wrong to even make it possible for what happened to me. It's incredible. It's not just the regular workplace bullshit. But I mean, what do you think? You disagree? You can tell Offred seems to know best.
Well, with normie social politics, that just sort of happens out in the general world.
Right.
The occupational clique, people, for whatever reason, they have to work together. They're in this job. So otherwise, they probably wouldn't interact with each other socially in their own private lives. They just have to get along for work.
No, I think you're missing the damn point. Not everybody at the fucking job was part of this clique, but there was this clique of people like, let's get rid of this fucker. And there are the people who were neither in with the clique, but or had the angst or the ire of the clique. I don't know. Okay, never mind. It's just forget it. You're right. It's all made up. It's all in my head. I don't even know what to say anymore. Buddy, you're always saying I go on and on and on about my stories, and you're tired of hearing them all. Well, it's not just a normal world. It's like that's how we're talking. Buddy, what I went through at work. I don't know how to say it, man. I don't know how to tell you. Maybe I don't articulate it. I really don't. It's not, Bro C agrees with me. He just doesn't want to start a Spurg war at home. I get it. Tough situation. Maybe that's true. You can be honest.
I'm trying to explain. You cut me off and you go on about that.
Well, what are you explaining about? Fine, go ahead.
He said it was like normie socializing. It's not normie socializing. It's that these people, they work together. And
I think he's saying that's how normies socialize at work. The occupational clique is just how normie behavior at a work environment. That's what he's saying. And you're giving a dominant.
I don't think that's what he's saying.
Well, ask him to clarify. What are you fucking
what
saying?
He means.
We don't even know. Bro doesn't even know what the fuck you mean. No, Rafter man, you don't understand. It's not about being part of a social group. When a social group decides to come after you, you have no fucking recourse. It's fucking insanity. And Jesus Christ, it's like that nigger bitch tries to run me over, but she's buddy with the closing part-time manager kid, little big boy I called him, who was like telling her you can get away with it, and he wants to get me fired because the overnight fucking frozen whack job wants to get. It's like these people are insane, and you got a bunch of people I work with who don't get caught up. They're not part of the clique, but they're not attacked by the clique. So, but you get that core group of nigger bitch, and the nigger bitch can get away with it. And she's buddies with little big boy, the stupid fucking part-time asshole manager who's taking orders from the overnight frozen guy who's my age, who still lives with his parents, and but he's a fucking joke on paper. But he's we can get rid of him. It's like the whole thing, and like the management, they get that bad taste in their mouth. That's the occupational fucking clique. Christ, you fucking idiots! Not everyone who works there. It's just Christ. But no, see, it's not. I guess he's saying it to make me angry. To the extent of you ever had attempted that bitch tried to run me over. And the guy, he knew about it. He lived across from me. He's like, oh, she's straight up savage. But he's like, he tried to get me suspended for vaping. They wanted to have me arrested for vaping. Then the manager boy who used to be Lost French and called HR. And then they wanted to have me arrested. It's like the whole thing was insane. We're going to like the next level of evil. Arrested for vaping? Like, what the fuck? It's just, that's overkill. I mean, I don't care what everyone says. This is overkill. Now, and again, this is just don't associate with them. Okay, if only we were that simple. I really don't try to associate with these people.
Okay, but you're there. Like they
remember that nigger bitch die. I'm like, this chick is crazy. I ignored her for 6 weeks. She was still giving me these death glares. I ignored her. She still tried to run me over in the parking lot. Have I told you my stories? Have you heard them enough?
Yes, you have.
So why do you? Okay, stop playing dumb. Stop being disingenuous. You can talk to the audience. What do you think?
I don't know what you're asking me.
Just don't associate with them. Okay.
Well, that's not going to work.
Well, why didn't I respond to that?
Because you start talking to me. Christ.
But it's only my fault because I dig into people. Yes, dig in. Well, I always saw it as like a one-on-one. I didn't realize there's a whole clicker machine behind it. Maybe also get Neat Bucks. Well, at least you agree with the Neat Bucks part. No, I think, like I said, not everyone in the grocery store is part of the clique. It's just when you have, I thought it was okay. This manager doesn't like me. It's between me and him. I didn't realize he was taking orders from the overnight frozen guy who also had it out for me. And now this nigger bitch who's his neighbor is riled up and I want to kill some white cracker. Now I got the social permission. I didn't realize how interconnected they all were and that would go to that level of evil. And I thought something like this happens, it would be taken seriously. But it was so fucked up, it was fucked up. Now, this goes beyond anything normal. I know Americans are loud, but why is he screaming? I talked to our father. You think this is loud? Our father.
I can't answer that. I guess he's upset. That's why he's screaming.
Our father used to scream all the fucking time. If they think this is loud, they have no fucking idea what loud screaming is.
No, they don't.
Why don't you explain this? You're like, it's almost like.
I mean, why are you screaming? Calm down.
The reason I'm screaming, it's like, okay, now I'm criticizing my brother. Are you? If you want to call it, are you getting bored with this? If you are, just say so. Because it's like you're not even paying attention to what they're asking you.
No, I am. I understand it different from what you understand.
Okay, then explain your understanding.
No, so Off Grid asked about people socializing normally. I said they're not going to because it's a work environment. Then you went insane because something didn't make sense to you. And again, something didn't make sense to you.
Off Grid, were you talking about people socializing? When I call the occupational clique the greatest occupational hazard, the keyword occupational. Occupation. We're talking about the workplace to begin with. So you're going about, well, how people socialize is different from how socials work. We're not talking about that.
Yes,
we're already in the occupational environment.
No.
Well, ask Numbnuts Grid to clarify. We're already talking about the occupational.
But he's not clarifying.
When I was on the overnight at that one particular store, the one frozen guy had it out for me, and he'd go around bad-mouthing me. All the others would look at him like, what the hell is your problem? It's when I went to daytime, they gave me the full-time position, second shift, that I didn't realize the reach of this fucking nutcase. And then how, the manager boy was in it, and then nigger girl. And then the real managers didn't want to listen to me. They dismissed me. The whole thing was so fucked up. I didn't realize how strong we're talking about the occupation, not the playground clique or the I don't know, the bar room clique or the mixer clique. We're talking about the occupation, the workforce, the job. We're talking about work.
Oh my God. What point are you trying to make?
You're going on about something irrelevant.
No, I'm not. He said it was normal socializing when it isn't.
I was Brosi into. Just wants to be free. Be free, little Brosi.
All right, then.
So fly, little bird, up into the clear blue sky. JT says you're screaming on the inside. You can be honest, is that how you feel?
Yes, that's exactly how I feel.
Well, sure. No, share your thoughts if you feel you're screaming on the inside.
I don't know. It's like with him. he has a narrative in his head, and if there's any divergence or disagreement, he goes insane and loses his cool, loses his mind.
That's not why I lost my.
Yeah, that is why you lost it. You thought he meant one thing. I thought he meant something else. What you thought may be true, may be wrong. What I thought may be true, may be wrong. You have this authority that you're always right, and your interpretation of what Arfgrid was saying was right, and I didn't understand what was being said. Perhaps it's true, but you can't have such authority.
Okay, well then why won't Gritty clarify? What did he say? That's how all. Were you talking about normally socializing on the job? What are you? I don't know. The clique is just more than the people you work with. There's like. Never mind. Now we're winding down because apparently, I'm screaming a lot, and my brother's dead on the inside, and he's bored with this, and we can't get Gritty. What did Gritty just say? I just can't do the whole grown man who doesn't want. Okay, so I'll keep leeching off my brother, but I'll work at Walmart a couple days a week. Okay, I'll have my prosperity. Okay, that's because I'm such an affront to you. Okay, yes, you're one to throw. Okay, throw your stones, man. That's another reason why I don't fully, I like Off-Grid, but come on, man. You're a grown man. You don't want to work. You could just live with your mommy. At least work a part-time job. Okay, so you'd be cool with me if I worked like couple days a week. Oh, okay, all right. So, but not working at all. But it's. I'm in a fucking wheelchair. But no, I don't want to work. I've always had to work, and I've had to have to work, and I'll have to work. It's not about what. See, Gritty, I know you get upset. You're in a very cush position where working to you is an option. It was never an option. Whether I want to work or I say fuck this, I don't want to work. If I don't have any bucks, I have no fucking choice. I don't have the luxury that you do. That's what I would say to Off-Grid. So it's not even about wanting to work. To even say such a thing, it's like. Oh, it must be a nice life you have. That's how I feel about it. Yeah, wanting to work. I don't want to work. You don't want to work, but we have to work. It's like, what the fuck? And this is a cry for Dumb thought the same thing that JT is saying, that you're suicidal because you're so stifled by me. You can talk her. You won't admit it. So now you say here they're not going to believe it.
I don't want to die. I want to live.
Want to live, I don't want to die, baby, I just want to breathe. Maybe I just don't believe. Or I'm going to skip the end here.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Yes, I scan this shit. I don't know. I think all the trauma that Rafterman was talking about.
Totem, you clearly don't remember the streams he did from his room before I had to clean things up for the landlord. Yeah, no. Even when he's physically capable, he doesn't clean.
Horsehead here.
Yes, Horsehead, you are 100% correct.
That's part of the problem. I find income and then something very bad happens or end up quitting or getting fired.
Yeah, there's always some sort of altercation / disagreement / something else.
I actually do have to take a bath. I'm going to physical therapy, so I'll probably take a bath tonight.
It's a good idea.
And the flannels are kind of like jackets, so I'll wear them for a while. This I should wash. This is all stained up, but yes, you're correct. If you try showering and bathing when you can't stand up in a shower.
You can't use your feet.
Can't use your yeah. Put my leg. It's just you try. You try. But see, it's not really people like JT and Penny Pounder that are concerned. I like Gritty, but I think what was Gritty talking about? Was he talking about you thought he was talking about how normies socialize in the wider world versus at work? I think we were specifically talking about how normies socialize in the occupation. I think that's what he was getting at. So that's what I think, but Gritty didn't clarify.
I think Gritty was equating the two.
Okay.
I was trying to say, no, these people have to work together, and they kind of, I guess.
But that goes without saying. That you're making a general blanket statement. Yes, we all have to work together. Got it. Okay.
Well, no, it's not normal social behavior.
Okay, then maybe you should elaborate.
Yeah.
You're saying what I went through in the workplace is not normal social behavior in the workplace even.
Correct.
Okay, that's what you should start it with.
Yeah, well, I have to get that. Right?
You say my brother is an asshole, but no, I can even say, as Brosi, I can even say that what he went through is not just normal workplace politics. No. It goes beyond that into crazy fucking territory. That's what you should say instead of, well, there's over the modern world, it's like
I had to get there.
no, we got to climb a few steps a little faster. Right?
No, buddy.
That's probably true. Brosi is afraid to speak up.
Whenever I try to speak, he grabs the mic, he cuts me off, he yells and screams, so I don't even get the chance to speak.
How was who being an? I was trying to put my spin on what my brother's trying to say. My brother.
He was quote unquote speaking for me. He is the asshole.
Yes, I'm saying I'm Bro C. Here's what you should have said. I'm Bro C. My brother's a total asshole, but that still doesn't explain what's going on, and it's beyond just normal workplace politics. That would be. I think that's what my brother was trying to say.
Yeah.
But I was always screamed by my father for not articulating very well, and I still don't articulate very well. But I was so when Gritty isn't articulating very well, and my brother's not articulating very well, there's that anxiety. Come on, someone articulate.
You gotta control that. That's your
Screw
hang.
them. I'm making it complicated, but it shouldn't. I like in my younger days, I would be the weirdo who was treated like crap, but it wasn't crazy. I've gone into crazy territory at some of these jobs. It's gone into crazy territory. That's all I can say. It's not as simple as Gritty is making it. Is what I would. It's what I would say.
No,
you can answer Gritty. I'm not even saying.
No. We're through the looking glass with this stuff that he goes through.
Classic circle talk. I don't know what that means. Well, I guess because we have no one else. Our parents are pieces of shit, and our sister, total cunt. She had all the privileges in life. Do you want to speak to JT?
Nah, I'm not in the panel mood.
Yeah, if you ask him a simple question where you're from, you get 10 different answers. He hasn't paid his dues. This is at the end of the day. I'm Occupational Click. This is my channel. I feel he hasn't paid his dues. If he wants to pay his dues one day, fine, but he'll never pay. He by his own admission, he'll just lie. So he's just not someone I trust. But what is it you want to say to him?
I'm not in the mood for a panel.
No.
I mean, I'm not opposed to panels, just not tonight.
Would I work and wipe my brother's ass? Well, that would be the scary part. Is would I be able to hold on to a job if I had to?
Yeah,
that would be the biggest fear. Okay.
Yes.
I gotta tell me. I'm hinting at. I should tell the damn stories. It's beyond just everyone goes through that. That's what I don't even you. It doesn't get frustrated. It's like Gritty is saying one thing, not clarifying. You're saying another thing, and like you're not getting to the crux of it. Part of the reason why I did this channel was to try to get to the crux, and we cut through the bullshit. If Gritty had said, that's how normies behave in the workplace, that's all you're experiencing, that's it. And then you could say, well, no, that's not quite it. There's more going on. It would be more straightforward. So Gritty is being obtuse, and then you're not getting it, and you started going about, well, normies the way. We're not talking about how normies have to work together. What you're saying is they're going to cut you up and say, well, no shit, everyone has to work together. That's not the point he was getting at. That's not the point being made. I'm stairs ahead. Yes, I do see it. I don't even feel like arguing this. You can go back and watch and tell me it's like Christ. No, he is. I'm the baby. I'm the baby of the family. Wah. Stop speaking for Brosi. You just have a voice without you undermining everything he says. Okay. This is still my channel. I'll undermine everything everyone says if I feel like it. I am Occupational Click. Occupational Click. Open the panel for Brosi. Well, I'll let him speak. What do you want to do?
I'm just not in a panel mood. I'm just not in the mood for a panel. Maybe if I take a vacation the next month or two, we can have a panel night, but I'm really not in the mood for a panel.
I think he's talking to you. What do you have to accomplish, or is it me?
I really don't have much eyes.
What is the number? See, here, there is one thing, and this is my brother's fault. You got to be cognizant there's an audience and people listening. Horsehead asks, what's number one thing that you need to accomplish by the end of the week?
Okay.
Is he asking me? I got a physical therapy tomorrow.
He just clarified. He says either of you.
I gotta go to physical therapy tomorrow. I'm reading the comment out loud. I gotta go to physical therapy tomorrow. Well, maybe I'm a helpless retard who can't do anything. So my brother should just looking to do that all by himself. I don't know. If I don't have a job or Neat Bucks, what are we going to put for income? We're not in the bracket.
Shit. He can't walk. So yeah, move some stuff to the storage unit.
I'm looking forward to getting an assessment of physical therapy. More importantly, going to the fucking ortho clinic next week and being cleared and see how I'll know how quickly I can improve. My goal is to get to a point where I know what my limitations are or aren't. Right now, I have no idea. I don't know yet. So that's my goal for the next coming 2 weeks. It's nothing with Bro C. Why didn't you do this yourself? Why don't you start your own Bro C channel?
I guess I could.
Is that something you'd be interested in doing?
Potentially. I mean,
okay.
What the hell would I talk about? I don't have you have a whole world of madness that happens to you can talk about. My existence is relatively mundane, but maybe the channel could just be mundane. I'll think about it.
And then you can have a conversation with JT on your own channel.
Lovely, exactly.
Well, Afterman, I hope so. Because we can't keep bleeding you dry of money, regardless of the landlord.
Yeah.
So we got to do something.
Yes, we do.
We'll have to make a plan then. Okay, do we have to hire movers or something? We'll know that what happens in the spring. And where we're going to move to. We don't have a place to move to. Yeah, it's like, it's scary.
It is.
See, I don't know. You can just say I'm over domineering. I don't know if my brother has it in him to behave like, even if he has his own channel. I don't know if it's in his name. I'm not just saying that. Maybe you would. Would you go and say, "Oh, my brother's an asshole"? Maybe you would, but it doesn't seem to be your style. Well, they seem to want. They're criticizing me for being too.
Again, if I were to make my own channel, I would come up with a unique name. I wouldn't tell any of you guys about it. I wouldn't stream from my room with him so you could find me. You would just have to stumble across me one day. So it would just be my own independent channel.
You already have a channel you haven't told us about.
Uh-oh.
See, look at that. So what's your channel called, buddy? You wouldn't even tell your own brother.
Of course not.
Wow. Do you show your face at all or no?
Oh, I do. No shades.
Oh, wow.
It's sunglasses free channel.
You have a task now. Find his channel and share it with us.
Good luck, Starling.
Well, like I said, I should know what my clearance is mid-April. I'd like to actually go back to some of these places. If we can find a place to rent, like temporarily.
He needs more medical feedback.
Yeah.
So we're kind of stuck until we get that medical feedback.
Yeah, since he's the older brother, yes, he feels that desire to take care of me. Yes,
of course.
Yes.
That's what all older brothers want to do: care for the younger brother.
I'm just the spoiled, selfish, bratty younger brother.
Yeah.
You know how it is. I feel I'm the poor, overlooked middle child. You know how us middle children are. It's the firstborn who have that real responsibility and that drive to make things happen. Yes, it's all about birth order, and yes, it's true. Us middle children, the younger brother, we're just pieces of shit. The older brother, knows what he's talking about. He's the wise one. Yes, mid-April is next week. That's correct. I was hoping, before I had the accident, I was hoping to move out in the summertime, June, July. That means we got to basically find a place. If I can actually lift furniture within in May, June, I can move furniture to a fucking storage unit. Moving the furniture wouldn't be a problem if I knew the physicality part. And we got to get here regardless. Does that mean that we then go to a motel until we find a place? I don't know. We can't keep bleeding them dry of money, so we got to get out regardless. Sure, go visit them and interview them. Go ahead. I treat my brother like he's stupid. Dun, dun, dun. Now, I find my brother says a lot of good, my brother often says things that I wish I had thought of, but I always say you should say it on stream. And when it comes time to stream, So I don't think he has his own channel, and if he did, it probably wouldn't be very interesting. It wouldn't be, because he never seemed into. He's more like he's happy to hang out, but he never seemed like he was interested in sharing his problems with the world. No, my parents do not help at all. No, I help them get into a place. Parents don't do anything. In fact, they did all kinds of horrible things. Like, I was moving them out. We should have a transition. My sister, that's all the story I could tell. No, they don't help with anything. Plus, all the two of them have is their Social Security income now. They're both on Social Security, and I got them into a place. I took care of my father doing all that bullshit, when he had a stroke, and I was going through all this nonsense too with the occupational click. And my mother's a fucking ingrate. She totally fucked us over. Hey, buddy. Jay, Rafterman wants to know if our parents help us out. Our parents who are on fucking what? Social Security and like
Our parents do not help us out at all.
we help them. They actually, our father, the retard. I want feathers because they put me in a home. And our mother, yes, you do all the thinking for me. You can do no wrong. Our parents are fucking terrible. Oh my God. And we still took care of them as the dutiful sons, and they totally fucked us over. Maybe I should get them evicted. You keep saying no.
I would say no.
I'd get them evicted. You don't buy beer by the can. You usually buy it. You can buy them in 6-packs. Usually half packs or cases, half case, full case. I don't know what it's up to now. Yeah, this is what, is this the real deal for real? He's a piece of shit. I remember from Dumb's chat. He was an asshole. See, this is what this dump has devolved into.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
This is what this devolved. This is a disaster.
This is.
I'll still share the videos here. Start a new channel.
Maybe.
This is just like dessert. It's like a fucking cesspool now. It's not a coffee house. It's a fucking cesspool. Jesus Christ. I mean, it's still nice to see. Nice to see Rafterman, Horsehead, and even I could tolerate Totem as like the fringe. Now it's turned into a fucking cesspool. It's like there's nothing productive. It's just
no.
Will we ever review Todd's workplace rant? Maybe. I don't know. Not right now. We don't review
I guess someday.
I guess we could review it. I did like that one dude's comment, though. I related to that. Now we're winding down.
Yeah,
stream for about an hour.
Yes.
Stream for about an hour. Go from there.
Yes.
I remember this guy. I remember something was wrong with him. He banned me from Dumb's chat, and said, I never liked you, OC. Okay, if you don't like me, go away. I'm like, why is this guy here? Who invited? It's like, what's getting stupid already?
I guess he's hoping to learn something about Dumb. Is my best guess.
No, I think it's like this because it's turning to a set. No, it's turning to a cesspool. It's just more shit flowing in. The pipe is backed up. Starlings are winding down. End stream now. Now, unless you want to come on, Rafterman, because you don't like to. If you want to come on, I'll bring you on for a few minutes. But I don't feel like taking. I don't want to take calls from people who don't want to share. We know you're in Maryland. We know you work for yourself. You have some kind of. But now you're looking for a real job. We know that your mother co-signed to get you in the apartment. She helped you get in there the way we helped our parents get into their place. I'm not. We play some guitar. We know enough about you. If you want to come on, yeah. Penny Pounder and the Deal for Real. Penny Pounder put me in like some 5-year timeout, and the Deal for Real banned me flat out, and Dumb had to undo it. So that's why I say don't give out modding as if it's like a participation trophy. Everyone played baseball. Let's give every retard a fucking trophy. But yes. Almost everyone. He didn't mod quite everyone.
Yeah, but
I wasn't modded at the time. Then he modded me. I said that he unmodded me because someone complained about, when I was banned for or timed out for 5 years, it was just a joke to Dumb. When I timed a guy out for 5 minutes because he kept begging, make me a mod. I said, eventually Dumb will make you a mod. Don't beg him. You come back. I timed out for 5 minutes. You have to. What was that guy's name? That asshole in Minnesota. Not Thomas White. That other weird. I can't remember his name now. Unnamed man or something like that. He starts going on about, oh, see, time me out all because I have to be a mod. And Dumb's like, all right. So even Dumb had like the manager, it's like the managers allow the fuck ups to keep going on with their fuck uppery, but he did that. He's a weirdo. We all know that. I got to do something about that. Memories, some too painful to remember. Open the panel. No, I'm not opening a panel. You don't want a panel.
No.
These people don't want to participate in the panel.
Yes.
I asked them a simple question. Yeah. This guy just makes himself a victim in every situation. See, when these guys say, it's like, all I'm getting is like the cesspool trolls now. It's when the people are like, everyone got through that. Like, no. Let me get you on Bucks. In fact, you need that surgery. I'm the one who got you. that whole fucking mess with the New Jersey exchange insurance that you got, and it was a fucking mess. And oh my god, it was a disaster. Let me get you onto Medicaid. Now they're making it harder to get Medicaid. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah.
Yes.
Every single statement I make, I am the victim. Maybe you feel I'm always the victim. To be honest.
Oh yeah, that's kind of what this channel is about. You get to vent your frustrations. I don't know what Penny Pounder wants to hear. Like
I'm telling you about the times I was victimized, and some of the times when some happy memory. I went to the library and the librarian didn't harass me. That's a good day for me. I mean, why would I share a story that mundane? Honestly, Andrew, I didn't want to say anything. You're part of the reason he disappeared. Well, maybe not you specifically, but a lot of these guys are part of the reason he disappeared. Somewhat dumb, I think. Unblock JT. I will do that. I promise I'll do that when I get done here. Henry Cavill or Cable. Is that somebody? The name Henry?
Yeah,
is that some actor?
There's an actor, Henry Cavill.
Yes, I made this part of the problem. You people come here expecting like this is the continuation of the good times. This isn't dumb. This isn't Dumb's clubhouse. This is OC's coffee house turning into a cesspool. It's a different environment here. You're welcome for whatever I did. You're welcome. Well, it's kind of like on television. There's something called channel drift or network decay where, yes, this is the new, I don't know.
This is the newest science fiction.
Science fiction.
No, all it plays is Special Victims.
Yeah, you're right. So okay, yes, the science fiction channel. All these great science fiction shows, and then the next thing you know, it's like 5 hours of Law and Order. Maybe like Monday nights they have WWF or whatever. It's like all these.
Everybody Loves Raymond.
All these channels like start showing the same fucking blocks of program. It has nothing to do with the specificity of the specific nature of the specificity.
Okay,
the Pacific nature of the channel. Never thought about it. Do we play some? We could do a brief stream where we're playing some Civ 2 for them.
Then we could again. How old is Totem again?
I want to say, ask him. I think he's 37.
Like collecting old video. We actually have the old video.
We have
games.
old video
We don't
games.
need to collect them. Because we had them from when
My
we were
old
kids.
Sega Nintendo games I had when they were new.
Yeah,
They're old now, but I
we had them when they were new. Yeah.
you're saying collect Atari games, and at this point, what was that thing you guys were telling me about? This is one of the things I like about this channel is every now and then I get some technological insight from people. Like that thing you can download a bunch of shit and then you put onto an SD card or TF, micro SD or TIFF card, and you put in some cartridge and can play all these games off the cartridge. I wouldn't want to collect, if I wanted to play like old like Atari cartridges or some shit, I would just, do that. I wouldn't collect the actual cartridge anymore. Those days are.
Yes.
What's the OG Diablo?
I think OG stands for original gangster, but it means the very first one.
What's Diablo? Is it
It's a computer game I have. Yeah, yes.
Oh, you have that.
Yeah, years ago when I was a kid, I got Diablo 1 for
How old
Christmas.
did you
I
say
think.
you were? Because we didn't get a computer. You were like maybe at least 12 or 13. So how old were you?
Oh, so maybe I was a little older.
I don't know because I don't remember.
I don't know. Yeah, I'd say yes, I had the original Diablo. I played it.
You didn't collect it. You owned it for when it was new.
Correct. Yeah, I owned it. I played it. I never got 2, 3, or 4, whatever's out there now. But yeah, the original Diablo I played. I enjoyed it.
It's sad what you've done to Brosi.
Yes, it is.
It was all me. Your parents are totally innocent. They're saints in your book. Your sister is wonderful. They've never lied or did anything negative against you, right?
But then they haven't helped improve my situation. So you're very much like them in that sense.
What I'm saying is, he's saying it's all me. You're saying no one else is responsible for the way you are. I mean,
Well,
let's not turn a blind eye to the realities.
it's sad what you've done. He's unaware what other people have done, so we couldn't say either way.
Who's unaware? Who's
This guy, JT.
Oh. Destroyed by Foyds called Todd. What did he call Todd out on? What did Tesk? What did he do? What was DBF saying?
When did this happen?
Like I said, I really liked his most recent video. Maybe we'll do a review. Like I said, I couldn't do my whole stories in half an hour. What Todd experienced was brutal. What I experienced with that guy, whatever his name was, what's his name again? I keep forgetting the guy's name. The guy I gave the comment to. Faded is even worse. Imagine, and Todd seems to acknowledge that. Bad for me. And he even says, could you imagine if you're working in a grocery store or delivering DoorDash? Hence why I don't think this is as old as he says it is. Yeah, I can imagine exactly what it's like. It would be even worse. So I think Todd is one of the few who gets it. It's a lived experience. But what was DBF's gripe? Dumb beat Diablo, the original Diablo on stream.
Good for him.
I remember Dumb kept playing some game where he was a truck driver. It's like you quit your job as a truck driver to play a video game where you're a truck driver. We're reminiscing about the Dumb we miss.
Yes.
But we all love him and we all miss him. We all wish him the best wherever he is. I think. He might hate my guts. I don't think he ever really liked me, but it was nice of him to at least pretend to be my buddy for a little bit. Now, Waffles with Moonshine asks, why do people accuse you of abusing your brother? I don't know. He seems to act on his own accord. I agree. Do you feel you're beat? I don't know. You can ask my brother himself. I don't know.
Abuse is a strong word.
Very.
He's not as helpful as he could be.
Start again. I hate you. Oh, shit. That was on screen. Hold on. Let's do this. Before my brother answers, there's one thing we have to discuss unrelated to this. And if you say anything I don't like, you're gonna, when the cameras are off, you're gonna. Okay, now let's go back on.
Yes.
Okay, we're back. My brother's gonna speak freely for himself.
He could be a lot more helpful. That's all I'm saying.
We're joking around. Sometimes you gotta laugh at yourself. The best medicine or whatever, blah blah blah.
Yes.
Wait, what did DBF say about Todd? What's going on there?
What happened there?
I've never heard of this game. Some Aztec City game. Have you heard of it?
No.
$90 said, no, I'm going to play. See, let my brother, I don't know if this is the real, actually, let's find out because give me a sec. Is this our real Lord and Savior? Let's find out. Hold on. How do I do this again? I go to I go back to my YouTube channel because I'm in StreamYard. Where the hell are we? No. I've fallen behind in chat
Way
everywhere.
behind in chat, yeah.
Whoever this is, the answer is no. I should just apply. Say fucking apply. Here was the problem was if I apply for NEAT-Bucks, it might take months and months before we get a determination. If we have to move out of this house this summer,
Yes.
right now we were going to apply. We're going to apply to that place. There's a place that's actually in Jersey. It's different. I know in New York State you got your both elderly and disabled places. In New York State, in Jersey, our parents are an elderly place, but it's 55 only. They don't take the disabled. Disabled have to go through a separate program. Long story short, but they have what's called affordable housing. But we don't. And affordable housing is actually very cheap for Jersey, but we're just this one place that we like.
Yeah.
There's different percentile brackets. And right now, my brother by himself is in the 40% bracket. They only have 50 and 60 brackets. So if I had a part, even if I only worked like 2 or 3 days a week, that little boost, that few $1,000s would bump us, or if I had NEAT-Bucks, would bump us into
the bracket we need to be in.
To be eligible for this place. It's nice. Instead of some fucking Section 8 dump. So the question becomes, if I apply for NEAT-Bucks now, okay, come like what, August, September, we're not, I mean, still not have it, still be waiting for the federal government. We need a job so we can get into some kind of place. Yeah. And that, unless we do just rent but if we tell them we're going to rent a one room and I'll sleep on the couch like I do now, if we were to do that, would they'd say, well, there's two guys, you're not a married couple. Yeah. We can't have two guys renting a one bedroom. Maybe, I mean, because otherwise, so even the one bedrooms are expensive now, but the discounted, the the affordable housing places are decent, but now because I'm not working at all, I'm under the threshold. Yes. You remind me, I get my second check for my temporary disability, my temporary NEAT-Bucks, because I get a doctor's note. Of course, I'm not going back to the doctor the 16th. So, story of my life. But if that is the real Todd, I liked your video. Yes, that's a good question, Andrew. JT, why are you hating on these bros? I'm behind in chat. We jump ahead. Henry Cable. I don't think Todd's a weasel. I've always, like I said, I think the guy is my philosophical hero. I find timeline issues, but other than that, why did DBF think that Todd was a weasel? If this is even true, I don't watch DBF. We don't know what to believe anymore. No hate. I like Bro C. Okay, I can go watch Bro C's channel if you can find it. Well, I have no idea what he said. What can you give us an example? See, I'm the kind of person, I listen. I don't want to say, how dare you speak ill of Todd? I hate DBF. But I don't want to just agree with everything I hear. I'll listen. So if you want to give me an example, was there something specific an example you can give? If Todd said this and DBF said that's contradictory, I mean, you can give a more specific example. Otherwise, I really don't, Otherwise, I really can't answer your question. I don't know if we're going to stream move out day because it's going to be too much of a pain in the ass. If I am able to move, I'm going to be trying to lift it. Try to hold the camera and stream this shit. Maybe we'll do a video of like the empty house or something. I can't see myself trying to waste time streaming for these assholes if we're trying to move out of here. And that's where if we can live here for another, let's say the landlord said you can live here for another few years and you had a really, really good job. I'd apply for NEAT-Bucks now and just say, what if it takes? So what if it takes till fucking November? Who gives a shit? But we don't have that luxury. So you're like, you got to get a job so we can put that on an application for a place. So yeah. I can't just live with my parents because what's his name? Rafterman. So why can't you live with your parents? We moved our parents into a fucking old folks facility for limited income. It's low income or affordable. Specifically, they keep the disabled and the elderly separate, specifically for 55 plus. Our parents have no money. All they have, here's what our parents own. They got their social. They're both retired. They're both on Social Security, which is not much. The two of them together, our father makes a little more, but it's just enough to cover that. Just barely. We were involved in the finances till our mother went rogue and our sister, it's like they totally turned on us. So I have no idea what they're doing or how they're staying afloat. And the only other thing they own is all the shit they left here in this house, which it's ours now as far as I'm concerned. So fuck them. So our parents have nothing. We can't live with our parents in that one room shit. It's not even reality. I mean, how many times have we explained our goddamn situation to these fucking people? Now, even Brother Click is getting frustrated because we've said this enough times now that, Todd made a video and said DBF is a cross-dresser and DBF got... I don't remember this video. Was this recently? I don't recall. I mean, maybe anything's possible. we do know DBF likes bussy. I learned the word bussy because of DBF. I had no idea what the term meant. I learned a brand new word thanks to Destroyed by Foids. I don't know if he's a cross-dresser or not, but I don't recall any video, unless it was, I don't recall any video about DBF being a cross-dresser. It was long ago. I have no recollection of this.
Unless it was taken down, unless it was from years ago.
Yeah, I have no idea when or where this was. I can't speak to that because I have no idea. I did hear in the comments, people were saying that Todd had done a video about Kristi Noem, which I think would have been interesting.
Yeah.
But it was taken. People were saying the video stopped playing right in the middle of it. They took it down. So I missed that one. I didn't see this Kristi Noem. I would have liked because he did the one about Tiger Woods, which is the one he did recently. I like it. We'll respond to it. But I like that one guy's comment. I didn't see his Noem. I thought that would have been a little more interesting than Tiger Woods. But no, I don't recall him ever making a video about Destroyed by Foids cross-dressing. But who knows? Is my dick still functional? It wasn't affected by the accident. So whatever poor functioning it had before the accident, it's still poorly functioning at the same rate. The accident didn't affect the dick or the crotch or the stomach. It affected the feet and legs and the ankles, even like the upper legs. It was mostly my Sebring was the legs crushing under the dashboard. Talk about hell by the dashboard light going into that tree. Yes. I literally know hell by a dashboard light. I lived it. It's like a bad dream. I'm glad we did this. So we need to, vent and, this is our limited socialization.
That it is.
DBF said Todd had no balls. I don't even know what's going on here. Henry Cable is a liar. Well, we'll never know who to believe. One of these days, I guess DBF can come on. I don't know who even cares about this shit. I don't even know what we're talking about. Oh, no, that ain't going to happen. Well, I don't know. Let's say you said to me, go to hell. Would our sister take you in? And be very honest.
No, she would not.
Why do you say? Who knows? Maybe she said to you, I hate him, but I love you. I couldn't see you because our sister lives with her boyfriend, who we've never met.
Yeah.
By the way, we've never met the dude. They live together in the house he owns. And
I mean, she would never let me live with her and her boyfriend. That would never work. She might co-sign for a place if I guarantee this guy would never be there and he would be out of the picture, potentially. But no, I think she's content to live her own little life, and what the hell happens to us, she doesn't really seem to care about.
I don't know. I never met the guy. Is he white?
I think so.
Never met him. I have no idea. I do know. Like I said, we have something called what I call corporate communism. We're basically redistributing wealth to people who deserve. Like, let's hire some girls. Now let's hire some brown people. So our sister got. I'm not. I says to her, she'd be like, "You think you deserve that job? Forget about me. I can die in the gutter." But they give jobs to women and now minorities, street shitters in India who really don't belong. They pay them with six figures. She did get harassed by some dothead guy. What was this? I forget. That was a few years back. I forgot what the story was. There was some Indian guy.
He knew her license plate.
He goes, "Oh, hello, how are you? Oh, you drive that car, that red car with the sticker, the mermaid sticker, and their license plate is New Jersey." And he said this in front of a bunch of people. My sister's like, "Huh?" So I think she complained about sexual harassment. I'm thinking like, this dothead who's probably shitting in the streets. And now he's just given a job. Just like my sister, stupid spoiled little brat. She should be working at a fucking grocery store in the bakery making cakes. That's all it's all she's good for. But they give both these people these jobs, corporate communism. It's just we are redistributing the wealth. And my sister thinks she's such a hard worker and she made it on her own. But in that case, before people say, "Wow, women are terrible," my sister's a fucking cunt. But here's where I do blame the man. Did this dothead really believe, like he'd watch 90210 and think, if I go to America, that will be my reality too? It's like, it's not the reality for most white people. What makes you think you are fucking... But I think that's what he thought. He saw her sister and he thought, oh, this is my chance to live 90210. She will be my curry... She will marry me. I will get a white girl and she will cook and clean for me and she will learn and she'll convert to Hinduism. Like he had this bizarre, like, I watched 90210, and I think that's reality. So I'm almost like the guy was a fucking more. I think they fired him. I don't know. What was that story about? She had some curry dothead stalker. Yeah, like. Well, she's my sister, so I couldn't say. But I think a lot of you would probably go simpy gaga over her. Probably. I'd imagine. She's not fat. She's got blonde hair and blue eyes. Always joke her mother must have had an affair. I don't know. What do you think?
Lovely.
There we go. I don't know what happened. It's still plugged in. I go to move it, and it just moved it. Something went caca. What were you saying about our sister? I think a lot of these assholes probably start simping
they
over
would
her.
all simp for her.
I guess. Going up to someone saying, "Oh, is your license plate this?" and reciting it in front of everyone. It's like that's not a good look, no matter who or what you are, or who you're talking to. It's just that even I wouldn't go that crazy spur. That's just She should do a DNA test. She should. Well, actually, you and she both took those 24 ancestry things, and we won't go here and there. But did it line you up? Did you match up with your sister? Or?
Yes.
I never took one. We should get our parents to take some to see, but we don't talk to them anymore.
Yes.
Brother and brother, she was stronger than a brother, and plus she was the youngest of the family. Plus she was spoiled. Like our father was much more lenient on her.
Yeah.
She got privileges we didn't have, and she was always much more socially adept.
Yes.
Yes, I would just be a Laplander. I'm probably not related to you. Let me see how slanty my eyes are. You see, yes, I see. Yeah, I'm just a Laplander. We are the proud Sami people. You watch your tongue, you Norse oppressor. Yeah, I think she sees this as a fucking burden in a way. I don't know. Even him, she sees as a burden. An embarrassment. I agree. Parents always favored daughters. She was the only girl. Yeah. Okay. Actually, let me go to YouTube. I'm curious. I have to scroll up. I can't even find it now. Hold on, let's take a look. Was that the real grotesques of human himself? Were we graced by his presence? If so, I feel honored. I can't find it now. I don't scroll through all this shit. I gotta find the one comment he made.
He made 3 or 4 is the same question.
I've lost track of the chat. Where is it? Oh god, I don't want to scroll through all this shit.
I don't know.
This is terrible. See anything? You're better at noticing things in chat than I am.
You didn't edit find or no?
Maybe. And see, the chat is not showing everything. Who knows? Actually, whatever. Well, I'm not going to look for it. No, I don't know if our parents even have. Well, maybe now they have. Our sister never brought him home, or she moved out and she started seeing. No, she never. No.
We've never met him. We don't know if our parents have or haven't.
At the time of my father's stroke, they had not met him at all.
Correct. So. Yeah.
Because she moved out years ago, but she had her own little place she was renting, and they were seeing each other. And apparently, he asked my sister to move in with him right around the time our father had the stroke. So she said, "I can't move," because they live about an hour or so north of here, not far, but she lived maybe 20 minutes away in one direction. This was like an hour and change other direction. So when my father had the stroke, he asked her to move in. He'd never met anybody. It must be a dream come true for him. Not to meet the wacky family.
Yeah. But
she turned him down, and she eventually moved with him. I can't remember, but no, at the time they moved in together, she had never met. She never introduced him to us or our parents. I don't know if they've met since. I have no idea. I have no idea. That's how fucked up our family situation. I know the guy. Well, then you can go watch Todd. I'll go watch Todd. What are we doing here? Let's go watch Todd stream. He historically streams on Fridays, but then again, he can stream any day. Today is what, Tuesday?
Plus, he recently posted he's going to do vids every now and then, but who knows?
That's good. It's every now and then. It's nice. Yeah.
Yes.
See, I like guys like Rafter, man. He's actually interested. He shows and he wants. He's like, oh, even Brosi. It's like he's like trying to like he forgets a lot. We repeat ourselves a lot for him. But he's at least paying attention. That's what I'm getting at. What I criticize in anybody. This is not just with me. If you're going to go to someone's chat, whatever you call it, the stream or their YouTube channel, and you're not even willing to invest a little bit of time, but you want to act like you're an expert. That's what I say. I can't trust anything you say. I look down on that. It's bad form. And even if it wasn't my channel, if someone else were doing that, I would say this is just bad form. I don't see it as a virtue. I see it as just not enough information, not inability to analyze and regurgitate and learn. So for those who want to come here and say, I've seen enough, put me on. So, no, I never heard my sister getting dicked. No. She was always very careful not to do that here. But how would we? We never even met her boyfriend. How would we have heard her getting dicked if she didn't bring her boyfriends here? No, they broke contact with us right as we were moving them out. They were going to move out. This was summer of 24. They were moving out on a Monday because my father was kicked out of the asylum or the institution. They brought him. He was here. It was hell. And my mother, and so I was moving out. The last thing I had to do was set up the cable. And my mother was getting all nasty. She's like, you're dragging your feet. I said, no, Mom, I'm working 6 days a week and trying to set this place up nicely for you. We can just move there now. And wait, no, we don't need TV. I said, no, retard. Your fucking husband needs TV. It's all he can do is watch TV. He can't read. He's a stroke. He is like, what's it called? In the one eye, his left side was affected. No, his right side. One of his eyes is, I forget what it's called. The field of vision is fucked up. So all he could do is watch TV. And we sitting up and I said, you're moving out Monday. That Saturday into Sunday, I was working 6 days a week at that auto place. I burned my hand on some bacon grease. And I was screaming. I was bad. I said, well, you want to move out now, you pieces of shit. It really fucking pissed me off. And they called the police on me. And they had my sister come over. Because our sister was acting bitchy too. Our sister came around to help with the move out process. And she took a bunch of mail off the table. And my father had a credit card bill because I was using his card once or twice a year. I would use his credit card. And the bill had just come in. She started saying, why did you pay this credit card bill? And she was deliberately trying to start drama. At the time, I was like, what are you talking about? The bill just came in. You got the mail. You took a credit card bill I didn't even know about. We can get it. What do you? So she was trying to start drama. And then when she moved them out, and they basically broke contact with us. Plus, they would lie to us about things. Like, they would, sure.
Yeah, things fell apart pretty badly.
They sure did. When I burned my hand on that bacon grease, I was working at that. Yeah, I think it was my father. Wait, because you were there that night. You got water splashed in your face. I burned I was in such fucking pain. Yeah.
Like 3:30 in the morning, he bangs on their door.
Well, it's out first. I was working at that auto parts job where the behemoth would later threaten to break my jaw. That hadn't happened yet. I was working there, supposed to be 5 days a week, every other Saturday. So Monday through Friday, every Saturday. I, of course, being desperate for money, I ended up working every Saturday. And I was also trying to go over at night. We'd rent a van. We'd set up things over there. We were getting their whole place set up. We set the place up just nicely. It was very nice what we did.
We did, yes.
And I think my father, being the fucking retard, and my mother, he can do no wrong. Growing up, all the abuse, all the physicality. My mother wasn't scared. She thought he can do no wrong. He's great. He's God incarnate, even as a fucking cripple retard. So my father's, I was in that institution for all those years. I blame it. Let's call the police. But it's like, yeah, what happened? The police, I burned my hand because my mother was accusing me all kinds of nonsense, like you're dragging your feet. I'm like, you fucking cunt. Go back to your room, stay with your husband who you wanted so badly, and you'll be moving out this Monday. It was that Saturday night. I burned my hand. So I got a night off. I had bacon grease from the night before. I fried up some bacon. I left the grease on the stove. My mother said, I'm not cooking anymore. It's too hot. It was summertime 2 years ago. And then what happened? I burned my hand. I was in intense pain because I'm working every goddamn day. And it was just, this is another video.
Yeah,
another video. This is a story for a video. Penny Pounder asks, do I purposely make these streams go off the tracks to divert attention off of me getting back into wage slaving? I don't understand the question. Todd or somebody asked me, am I on Neat Bucks? And I said, I don't know if I can neat or if I have to get a job so we can play. I don't understand the question. And now we're talking, the conversation moves somewhere else where you starlings take it. So I don't know what you're accusing me of. Me going back to wage slaving. Okay. You want to talk about that? I guess I won't know what my abilities are physically until I start physical therapy and get the orthopedic. They're going to do another X-ray, and so I'm not trying to put anything off. Even We're not even at that stage yet. So I don't understand the question. I'm dead serious. I don't understand your question. How am I diverting attention from me going back into weights? I don't understand the question. I really don't understand the question.
Physically work.
I can't physically work yet. Yeah. I don't know. You can ask him. Henry Cable asked, do you, Brucey, feel the same as I do about our parents and sister? You can ask him.
Yeah, we've disagreed about this. They all didn't want to work together. They all had different ideas of how things should be done.
Who's they? Me or my parents?
You, our sister, our parents. You all had different ideas of how everything should go down. And of course, no one wanted to work together, and it blew up. Whereas
no, I think our parents used us. They waited till everything was set up nicely just to like, it's like they waited till the ship was in harbor to mutiny. You know what I mean? Because they went nuts towards it was terrible what they did. If I can go back, I would say, fuck it, sis, you do everything you want. We went out of our way to move all that furniture, set things up just nicely for them. Our sister, they had an old rug they wanted to use. And I brought it up from downstairs in the basement. I vacuumed it. I put it. Our sister was like, throw that fucking thing out. I should have said, fine. That's what she wants. Throw the fucking thing out. I went to bat for her parents for them to just turn on us. Hey, they made me persona non grata. I might try to get them evicted. I'm so fucking pissed at what they did to us. It's like they took advantage of you, buddy. I think. But what?
Well, they're out of our lives now. Let them be out of our lives, and let this move on.
Cable is pronounced like cavity, not cave. I now pronounce it with a long A. Cable. Cable.
Cable.
Cable. I like cable better. Cable. Are we winding down?
I think we are.
Anybody want to ask any other questions? Well, you didn't really answer the question, though. We didn't cooperate. But how do you feel about our parents and sister?
I'm not as hostile or angry at them as he is. They're in their own little sphere, doing their own little thing. That's fine by me.
Somebody asked you. What he did ask you is, how do you feel about them as people? They're just wonderful people, and I'm a monster.
Oh, no, I wouldn't say that.
What would you say?
Our mother is a dingbat with a cartoon mind. She can't really think or function on her own. She relied on our father to make all the decisions. Many of them were pretty messed up. Our father was just a jerk. Also,
a jerk. He was
beyond a jerk, but incapable in his own right, and just also couldn't function. Now here we are with our fucked up situation because we never really had the proper guidance, if you will. So yeah, I mean, they were incapable, but now they're out of our lives. Our sister just does her own thing. She's out of our lives. They're gone, and that's it. They're non-entities, if you will. But this guy, they're evil. We have to go get revenge. He doesn't want to go get a job or another job. He wants to focus on getting revenge. It's a big problem I have with him.
Yes, I don't want to get a job. Yes. All right, so maybe Todd is right. Apply for NeatBucks tonight, because okay.
Or NeatBucks. I'm not opposed to him getting on NeatBucks at all. A lot of you starlings seem hostile to that idea, but I see that as a valid option. If you want to get NeatBucks, go get NeatBucks. But unfortunately, your therapist doesn't agree, so he's really no help. And the lawyer that you went to was also no help, so you're going to have to do it on your own. If you want to get NeatBucks, go get NeatBucks. If you can't do that, go get a job.
All right, let's say I apply for NeatBucks, and I'm still waiting, and now it's like September, and we got to get out of this house for real. I mean, what are you going to say to me? Get a job now. Fuck your NeatBucks. I already know where it's going to go with you. Yeah, so I'm going to have to get a job again. I need to know when I can walk again. I don't know when I can walk again. So what are you people asking me here? I've made this clear 1,000 fucking times. Christ. Like this, yes, I'm a useless meatbag. So why are you here? Watching the useless meatbag. Maybe Bro C enjoys taking care of useless meatbags. Maybe that brings him a thrill and a desire that you just don't understand. And you're not respecting my brother's wishes to take care of a useless meatbag. What do you think?
Do you have a job, JT?
We don't know anything about JT. Let's ask. We'd like to bring you on a panel if you want to talk about yourself. I'll bring you on if you actually answer the questions.
No. He has to give us some. I mean, it might just be lies, though. All right, that's a panel for another day, I guess. Okay.
No, I can whine. That's the whole point of this channel. It gets a whine. You can't whine in real life. I get to whine here. It's not even whiny. It's like insanity what I've experienced. So
He's trying to explain what has brought him to this.
I'm talking about Penny Pounder. Get neat bucks, but be humble. Stop being a whiny little beach.
Why be humble? I don't know,
Why be humble? Fuck this.
He's explaining whatever.
Who's explaining? Explain. I don't know what's going on. I'm confused.
This individual.
Who? Say a name.
Penny Pounder,
Penny Pounder
is telling you to be humble.
It's telling me, OC, to be humble.
Why? There's no point to be humble.
Neat bucks won't be enough. It'll be better than having no job at all and no income whatsoever. So I don't understand.
Yeah, no.
This chill. He's Laffy is what 20 years old from Oklahoma. I don't think he fully gets it. I want to help you with your problem. Listen around, pretty baby. It's coming up like a flower. It's coming up. We'll get off in a few minutes. This has become just the cesspool.
It has.
What else do I want to share? No, so I think we got some interesting points. I feel a little bit better.
I think we've
Civilization 2.
Yeah, we got.
Which
yeah.
this computer has been in this corner for a long time. We're showing too much away. See that? There's an old clock. That's something like when I moved we took the time. That's our parents. They waited to the last minute to shove us. Like I was taking the time. We got the place. I was bringing stuff over. I had to work 6 days a week. We would move furniture. Our sister's plan was, fuck it, I'll just hire movers and we'll just bring what I want to bring. And then our sister gave us a tantrum because she wanted the bed to go here, but the cable jack was here. If we put the cable jack there, my retard father would trip it every day. So I put the bed one way and ran the wire because you can't do drilling it up. And she was like, no, I wanted the bed here. She had this, to me, it was functional. I did everything for them, and they totally threw us both under the fucking bus. And they came here one day, they had our aunt and uncle bring them over, and they stole all the paperwork, the legal paperwork. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It's like they weren't even saying, listen, I don't want to work with you anymore. Let's break apart. They just totally went rogue. It was they went back to their old deceptive, devious, nasty, secrecy ways that plagued our whole existence. Am I wrong about that? Tell them. These people, I don't know. They don't know shit about shit, but they're telling you.
Things broke down in a very bad way.
And your parents were instigated. I don't think it was 100% me.
No. My brother, my sister, my parents, they're all bad actors in this. They all got very, very nasty. They all got very bad.
And I would say my parents and my sister do what a lot of you guys do. They would say, hey, bro, see, it's all his fault. It's 100% his fault. I said to him, I said, you think it's ever possible for you, buddy, to talk to them without, okay, fine, I'm an asshole and piece of shit. Is it possible for you to talk to them about them, but you never wanted to say, oh, mommy, daddy, you did wrong. It was always just when they would start badmouthing me, you'd say, yes, he's an asshole. You would never fault them for their own. Okay, all my faults. You were so afraid to fault them for their own fucking faults. That's how I felt. Like you saw what your mother did, how she fucking lied to you about, hey, wait, but okay, it's all me.
No. I give credit where credit is due. I give critique where critique is due.
I don't think you critique them at all.
That's your nonsensical thought.
Maybe people would help you if you didn't treat everyone like OC.
Like poop OC.
Oh, like shit OC.
Yes.
I don't treat everyone like shit. I'm actually friendly. I could have said to our parents, fine. I should have said, go fuck yourselves. Our sister will figure it out. Go fuck. I could have. That's what I should have done looking back. I should have treated them like shit. I still felt some weird sense of duty. And all I did was burn. I should have said, fuck you. Our sister wants to write your fucking rug. Who cares? Our mother would have been unhappy, but she was like, okay, my little kitty cat can do no wrong. Like you said, something like Rafterman said, the preference for daughters. You saw the truth. Yeah.
Yes.
Trying to belittle him every term. No, I will call out bullshit where I see it. You're right. You have to stop using it for money because you're not going to have enough money. We can't afford to stay here for wait.
Yeah.
It says stay another 10 years. We couldn't afford that. No. So yeah, we got to get out anyway. So I got to figure out. I'll know by I guess end of April or early May what my stamina is and how quickly, realistically, I can improve. Because I can't wear the rose-colored glasses. I'll be back on my feet come May 15th. But I if I improve greatly or if I'm not, or I can ask, how's it looking? Is this average progress better? I can ask the physical therapist, what do you think? So I'll get a better, it's all about the timeline. I'll get a better sense of timeline. I'm a Spurg. I like timelines. Yeah, my biggest criticism of people is when their timelines don't quite make sense. But other than that, yes, I've answered this 1,000 times. If you haven't paid attention by now, I don't repeat myself once, twice, but by the fucking 15th time, how many times am I going to repeat this shit? That's actually, in fairness, that's not even what the shrink said. He did admit, well, he couldn't deny it. You do have the social problems. Yeah. So the end result's the same. Correct. He's just lazy. Yes. I'm just lazy. That's all it is. It's funny. All these jobs I did, I gave it my all. I thought, well, if I can't be part of the occupational clique and I'm going to be on the outs with everybody, well, no one ever complained about my work. I never had anyone say, you're fired because you didn't do this right. You're fired because it was always something to do with the social. Oh my God, you did that. You said that. Oh, you vaped over here. It's like it was all, no one ever complained. In fact, I used to get a lot of, we like the way you work, but so what if we're letting the Chad drug addict do light women's work? You keep being a good little bitch. You do a great job at it. Don't complain. We have to fire you now because you're complaining. It's like, well, if this guy has a medical condition, how long is it going to last? I'll do the heavy lifting. He does K-cups and potato chips. Okay, how long does that last for? Because if you want me to do the heavy lifting, you pay me more. Nope, you both get paid the same. You're both equal, but he's more equal. Well, that's fucked up. Well, you do a great job working. Keep up the good work. Well, no, I'm not going to just be your slave. What the fuck is this? Well, then you're fired. You shouldn't be questioning our social dynamics. No one has ever accused me of laziness. That's not true. And that's what I got. You don't even watch my channel or know anything about me. And that's my criticism. You don't have to watch every second of everything, but you could digest more. You haven't done your homework. You haven't studied enough. It's like you're the idiot who it's book report day and you quickly scam and you come up with some cockamamie, rendition of the story based on two things you read in the book. It's like you're not even making sense. No, it just all the hard work is meaningless. That's what I can tell you. It's all fucking meaningless. What repetitive bullshit? Give me my repetitive bullshit. All talk, no action. But no, that isn't true. On the job, I was never, this most recent job, buddy, my most recent job when I had my car accident, all I wanted to do was it was an overnight job at a supermarket, one I hadn't worked at, one that I had to go further afield. And what happened, buddy?
Some coworker wanted to switch days with you.
No. Forget that. I'll tell you what happened. I was there for 1 fucking week. And they said to me, wow, you're a really great worker. We didn't even have to train you. I said, yeah, I've been doing this for years. You want to be the new full-time crew leader? And I said, no, I just got here. I'm new to the store. These guys don't even know me. I don't even know where everything is yet. I can't just be the new leader. Well, the other guy, he retired after 30 years and we can't get anyone to fill his position. And this grocery store, it's our only store that's in this different union district. So we can't transfer people from other stores because they'd be crossing union lines. So we congratulations, you've been here 1 week. We want to give you full time. And I said, no, I just got here. And then other people would come up to me, people with nothing to do with overnight grocery in the morning, they come up and say, are you sure you don't want a full time? We should take full time. Things are so much smoothly. Ever since the other guy retired, it's been fucked up. These kids know what they're doing. Can you please take full time? Things are working smoothly. So if I was just lazy, if I was a lazy bum, why would they be offering me full time? But I turned it down because I didn't get roped. I just wanted a job where I show up, do the job, go home. I didn't want any detention, positive or negative. So I got the manager encouraging people who have nothing to do with grocery, begging me to take full time because I know what I'm doing. I'm competent. So to call me lazy is not true. And that's what I'm talking about. This is what upsets me. You can make fun of me. You can call me names, but don't state false facts. You don't even watch my channel. This is the deal for fucking real, this idiot. But I'm just for anyone. It's like, no, to say I'm lazy. And you even thought that was kind of fucked that they were begging me for full time 1 week into the job. Yeah.
Right.
I was like, whoa. But no, that's not at all why I got attacked. And sometimes too, I probably criticizing people for their own laziness. If you're part of the occupational clique, you can just sit around and do nothing. Now, see, this is what I talk about when people don't get it. Even if he's being a troll, People don't get the totality of it. No, it wasn't for laziness. That's a total fucking lie. If anything, I had to work extra hard. And even that didn't go appreciated. When you work hard, all you do is give you more work, make you their whipping boy. But no one ever accused me of laziness on the job. That's not true. No, that's not at all. And it doesn't account for any of this. That's totally false, patently false. And hence why you people go back and watch more if you want to learn. Otherwise, shut the fuck up because you don't know what you're talking. It's like, that's not at all. That's totally false. I can say 1,000% no, it's not laziness. I don't know, man. You're a 20-year-old, alleged Negro from Houston who works a government job, which is just basically for niggers. If that's even true, you haven't had enough life experience. And most people don't go through what I go through. I don't think anyone's had someone try to run them over, someone strangle them in a liquor store, someone threaten to break their jaw in front of everybody, and the boss blames them, blames me for it. I don't think you've gone through. It's like all I'm gonna do is keep a job and be left alone. Even the positive attention. Wow, you're great. Congratulations, you're full time. I don't want full time. I just got here. Fuck off. Like what the fuck? Even the positive isn't positive. This contradicts all your other talk about people treating you like shiz. No, I'm talking about my most recent job. The one that I ran out of because the landlord was coming and I got that car accident. I was there. I worked there for about a month or so. Within the first week, in fact, I made a bunch of videos I was going to upload, but then I had my car accident. I sort of abandoned it. And I got into a tiff with some nigger bitch who pissed me. She was new. She'd started a week before me, and there was no leadership there whatsoever. And I'm like, I'm not a boss. I'm not giving you any orders, but she would always come to me for help. She goes, these other guys, because the other guys who worked there, well, I don't feel like explaining all this. I'll shut up with the video. Neither here nor there. Now, this job, they begged me for full time, but they had no problem firing me on the spot. So it's just
because they begged him for full time doesn't mean that they don't treat him like shit.
Yeah,
you get treated like shit and expected to overperform.
I'm starting to wonder if these guys, I guess they're part of the clique, or they're the oblivious. They're not part of the clique, but they're not targeted by the clique. They don't get it. That's what I'm saying. You people don't. That's what I'm trying to. When I say climb a stair, try to think. You think I'm up here. You must be behind me. No, I'm stairs ahead of you. Try to think that there might be something beyond your limited comprehension. Even my brother's like, this is limited comprehension. No, this is totally incorrect. Yes. I have no idea. No idea. The deal for real might get a timeout because it's getting ridiculous. I remember this guy was such a piece of shit. I remember from Dumbs, he was always such a piece of shit. Even said, "Oh, see, I don't like you." Okay, well, what are you doing here? Why are you? How come you're not at work? I think even Numbnuts JT can answer that for the here and now. It's like fucking. I didn't make this channel to talk to just. If you don't want to learn, why am I even?
If you don't grasp. Or understand what he's talking about, then just go your own way.
Not yet. I brought it up briefly with my shrink recently. I'll do a video. I haven't done the videos from that yet. I'll do it. So, yes, when you come in brand new to a place. In fact, when I was on the overnight at that one other job, the one guy hated me, but everyone else seemed to like me. When they promoted me to daytime, I'm now suddenly working with a bunch of kids who aren't even, that's another thing. A lot of these people, they're not even working with me directly. The nigger bitch who tried to run me over, she didn't work with me directly. She'd be up front sitting on her ass on this bench all the time. I barely interacted with her, but I was the bad guy. They made me out to be the bad guy. It's like you always got to play the bad guy in these things. Nothing is contradictory. No, my most recent job, recently, we're talking a few months ago. Yeah, they were just so desperate to have a full-timer, and I was able-bodied and able to do the work, and I didn't have to be trained. I came pre-trained. And they were just like, oh, can you please take full-time? And I'm like, and my shrink was like, most people would be flattered. I said, I don't want the attention of people who have nothing to do with grocery telling me to take full-time. It's like, what's it to you? When a baker and you can ask, I wish Thule were here. He's working grocery stores. When you work overnight, it's morning time. The morning people come in. When some fucking, the health and beauty lady comes up and says, what you think about that? It's like, you know nothing about me. You wouldn't even know if I'm good or bad. You're being told what to think about me by a manager. So if the same manager said, this guy's a piece of shit, treat him like shit, you would do it. If the manager says, we desperately need a full-time overnight grocer manager, beg him to take it, you'll do it. In other words, they were just following orders. They knew nothing about me either way. It's the same principle. They know nothing about me either way. They would have no way of knowing if I was that great or not. These people weren't overnight grocers. They're begging me to take full time at the direction of someone they see as high social standing within the social hierarchy. If that same person said, this guy's a piece of shit, treat him like crap, they'd probably be screaming at me every day. In other words, they're just programmed what to think. So no. Yes. Well, I'm working on right now, before I go back to work. I'll show you. I'm working. I think my upper body looks great. I want to work on my legs, my lower body. I'm almost there. I'm almost strong and fit, but it's a few more exercises, and I'm sure, yes, I'll be running a marathon. Yes. And that I can say with certainty, absolutely. I don't care if it crosses arrogant. It's true. You're not even attempting to say, okay, are there stairs? It's just, yeah, let's see the stairs. You're not even attempting to that's why this place has become a cesspool of just the trolls. Wow, wonderful. My shrink wants what's best for me. I don't think you're watching the same videos. My shrink has, I think, an outdated belief, and he doesn't want to strive from. He doesn't want to deviate from his beliefs. He wants to collect his shekels, and he doesn't want to fathom things. He just wants, I'm semi-retired, just collect shekels, talk to people on the internet. I don't think he wants to actually do the psychological work involved either way. Where's my shirt? We'll get off soon. Yeah, it doesn't bother me when like a penny pounder says I'm a fraud. He always says that when people are like, oh, see, like the more, allegedly open-minded starlings, we all go through that now. I don't think so, but none of them are really here right now. I'm just left with the cesspool. Well, it's nice for a change. We're going to 2 hours. We'll kill it. We'll kill it. I'm sorry. Did we stream too long for you? I'm sorry. We'll kill it now. We went on too long for Laffy.
Poor little Laffy.
I'm a lazy troll. Click. Okay. All right. I know, and you'd be a great, drone for the occupational clerk. You would do whatever that guy's lazy. We hate him. Okay, could you tell me he is? But if we need him to be a full-time manager. Beg him to take it. Okay, I'll do that. You just seem like too easy. You seem to me to be too easily programmed. That's. Are you getting tired?
Yeah, I kind of am.
Okay. I get off. Yes. My dick is still working. It's hard as a rock. Thinking about how, yes, we're all, because if he goes broke, I go broke too. It makes no fucking sense what you're saying. Don't you get it? What you're saying, it doesn't even make sense. This is lazy trolling. No, I would not move to the EU because you have to start over. I wouldn't be a citizen there. The answer is no. I get neat bucks here, clearly, where I've paid into the system. That makes no sense. The questions are getting kind of silly now. Is it time? We'll make it to the 2 hour mark and we'll say goodnight.
Oh, wow. We didn't think this would go for 2 hours. We thought like, half hour, 45 minutes.
Yep.
Guess how it's a good time now.
Absolutely. So I shouldn't be streaming. You're right, Penny Pounder. It is time to end the stream. Time to say goodbye. Bye, 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 bye. All right. So at Penny Pounder and Andrew's insistence, Sigmund go home with you so you can finally feel like you're both equally shit. No, that's totally. If you fail, I fail. I'm already failing. If you fail, it's even. I'm bringing you down. I don't know how to get through this funk and what I've gone through, but no, that makes no sense. I'll answer this quickly. My work history is mostly, everyone always gets confused. I'm working 40 plus hours a week, but I'm still classified as a part-timer because a lot of these places, full-time versus part-time isn't just about hours. It's about full-timers are guaranteed the 40. Part-timers could be cut. But they usually need people to work. So I'm usually working 40 plus hours, but you're not always guaranteed things. A bunch of shit jobs, but full-time sometimes, part-time other times. Yep. You're absolutely right. I've never worked a day in my life. the dude who strangled me, the nigger bitch who tried to run me over. Those are just random people, not coworkers. Yes. Yes. You don't even want, again, this is what I'm getting at. I hope JT learned something here. This is really bad. This guy doesn't know anything about me. By his own admission, can't stand me, but I'm supposed to listen to anything. It's like it's just trolling. But
he's somehow an expert.
He's somehow a self-proclaimed expert. Well, I know enough. Okay, retard. Okay, it's like, what do you want me to? How do you respond to people like this? I'm not just lazy. I'm evil and lazy. I'm evil. Well, I think that's what I was talking about. A Spurg like me can easily play the bad guy in your limited mind, can I? It's very easy to say, you're evil. We hate him now. Let's get him. It's very easy to do that. It's very easy to hate on someone without, I don't have to know enough. I just know he's evil. Okay. That's what I'm criticizing in that sort of bullshit normie mindset. But, oh well, so I don't mind these troll, but it's like there's such obvious troll comments. It's like waste of time. This is becoming a waste of time. But so I guess we'll end it here. Anything else you want to say? Well, you can say your final thoughts because he is very critical of me. But it's like he criticizes, but then you guys are all like, "No, he's never worked a day in his life." Buddy, have I ever worked a day in my life?
You have worked.
Yes, and I've had a lot of problems from work. But yes. I make people hate me. Not really. If you think about it, the deal for real doesn't even know me. Doesn't even know I'm in a wheelchair. And he's already decided he hates me. JT isn't much better. So no, I think, and I even told my shrink, the hatred is there to begin with. Any faux pas I make is then just the justification for those people to unleash their pre-existing hatred. No, you shouldn't hate anyone just for existing. If that's how you feel, then I'm just a hateful person. I mean, what do you want me to tell you? Mine about 3 years, 3 years,
Yeah,
3 or 4 years.
about right.
Yours, I don't know. You were at a place for what, over a decade till it closed? So yeah.
Yeah.
How would Penny Pounder know how I interact with people when they interact with? How would he even know? He's going based on the internet.
Yeah, he has a very limited.
Well, it's a very, because none of these questions are trolling. But for anyone else who might be watching, trying to learn something, what are you even talking about? How I interact with you, some asshole in my stream? I mean, we've discussed this before, and I guess that was the whole. This is where he's a fraud. How am I a fraud? Again, how I interact. I don't understand what he's getting at. You still haven't explained yourself, but yeah. Yes, I made it that long just pretending. The boss loved me. I was part of the clique. He said, "Don't worry, even though you're a lazy fuck, I'll go after the other guys. You just just sit here and twiddle your thumbs all night, and we'll pay it." Yes, yes. No, I don't create problems at work, Dave, because no, in fact, that one job where the girl tried to run me over, that I thought was okay. I'm going to do this for the rest of my life. This is going to be my full-time job for years to come, and I'll retire from this. But I actually thought that at the time. No, I don't create problems. What you've seen from me now, I tell my shrink this too. In the past, I wouldn't have seen a shrink, and I wouldn't have been so bold in public. I've changed who I am because it's a lose-lose for someone like me. Naughty. No, that's not true at all. And there's more to this whole story. It's like I cause problems so I can freeload off off Brosi. No, even before all this, even before I was freeloading off of you, we were living with our mother, and I was working and trying to tend to our father's affairs and trying to keep a job, and the bullshit they put me through. These people don't know anything about me or my backstory. Yeah. And until you're willing to learn, I can't take anything you say seriously. My criticism, you guys don't want that criticism, do you, JT? You don't want to be criticized, called out on the fact that you don't know enough to make these decisions, these assumptions. Was it? You make us jump to conclusions.
Yeah.
But that's what I deal with. Yes, that's what I do. I pretend to work and make a fake attacking story. And because they love me so much, the boss gets the guy arrested and says, "You get a bonus don't even bother coming in. I'll punch you in and out. I'll punch you in and out, so you get paid for the day, and you just yes, that's exactly what happens. No, it's not. Just now, I think they're just trolling for the sake of trolling, which is why we're getting into cesspool territory. But I still want to do this just for if anyone out there can learn something from it. And it's a shame I'm just attracting the wrong crowd.
Yeah, I know.
But that's typical.
They're oblivious.
They're oblivious. No, they're the hostiles in a way. When you're part of that when you're born to play the bad guy, this is what you get. Because I engage with them, and they have nothing. They just repeat the same things. It's the broken clock over and over. We're almost there. Where are we going? Enable the brother. Now, I think my stories are real, but he says you're enabling me. Go ahead. You can say what you're thinking.
I'm not with him when he's at these jobs.
No, he says you're enabling me right now. You're sticking up for me and saying it's okay for me to have these problems, the problems I have at work, or you're validating my story when clearly I'm just a fraud. That's what he's saying. Why do I have to interpret? You got to understand who these people are and what they're trying to imply. They're never going to articulate any better than they do. You got to be a step ahead and think, okay, stairs again. He's trained Bro C to agree with everything he says. Maybe you're right. Good. I am evil, demonic. You do as I say.
Again, several months ago, he had a job. He deliberately pissed it away because he was upset with someone. He doesn't have to be in a wheelchair now. He could have kept his mouth shut and kept with the job to help me, but no.
And is that true in every job? The nigger bitch who tried to run me over, I pissed her at the other job 5-6 years ago. Or the guy wanted to strangle me. I'm saying you're talking about recent history. That doesn't matter. I had to sneeze. We're going to get off soon. At least clarify, because there's very poor clarification, which is just giving ammo to the trolls. But that's no. If you disagree, go ahead. Say you guys are right. I'm a total leech. And yeah, everything's my fault. Okay. The reason I said no one deserves to get run over. I don't care. Those death glares. If that happens, it should be taken seriously. No one should have it. Like that one time that one black kid, the white guy was. I don't know if it was a race thing. The black kid was lazy. And he's like, the white guy and black are screaming at each other. They didn't know he was in the back room. And I came running. I'm like, what's going on here? White guy saw me run off. I told the manager, I said, break these two up. Don't have them working. They were both in produce. I said, take the black kid, put him in grocery with me. Don't have this kind of hostility festering. I had to tell the manager. But what I get from most people is they just turn a blind eye to this sort of evil and wickedness. And they'll just put whatever labels and asphyxiations on you if they want to. But I was hoping to meet more people like that dude who commented on Todd's video, or even Todd himself, who I relate to more, not just agreeing, but to understand, to go that stair beyond. And we're not going to get that with the cesspool. So when you're talking to the cesspool, you got to realize what you're talking to, and at least, address, you got to articulate, well, most recently, I wish you just kept the fucking job and not gotten pissed with the bitch. But no, in the past, or maybe you disagree with me. Maybe you think I'm always this problematic. I don't know.
I think enable is the wrong word. I do support him. Like if I just woke up one day, got in my car and drove west and abandoned him totally, I don't know what the hell would happen to him. He clearly wouldn't be living here because he can't afford anything. So yes, I do enable and support his existence. And he doesn't really do much.
By your own admission, you are an enabler, and I do nothing for your existence. Yeah. Back when the girl tried to run me over, I was strangling at a liquor store. I've always been honest with you. That's why when you criticized me about my most recent job, this late 2025, when I had that accident, I was working on the girl. I was very honest with you, and you got all pissed with me. Fair enough. With me, I pissed off that nigger bitch. Remember that?
Yes.
Based partly on my own past trauma. Yeah. But I was honest with you about that. I was honest with you about the other. Would you compare the first time when I was at that company in the other town? Hold on. I'm going to mute the mic. I don't want to say the towns for my brother's sake. Compare those two. Were they both comparable?
No.
I've told you the stories. That's what you got to specify for them. They're making a blanket statement and they think one size fits all. You got to clarify. He fucked up this most recent job in H. But no, back in F, it wasn't his fault. That was fucked up. You got to clarify for these retards.
They don't care, buddy.
They don't care?
They don't care. They've already reached their conclusion about you, and it's never going to change.
Okay.
You can debate, argue.
No.
It's never going to change.
It's not even to change their minds. The points they bring up that other people are more neutral. I'm not sure what to think. It's mainly for that, to sort of like, I'm a debate class in high school, but I also remember one time watching something that was about like Darwinism versus creationism. And a scientist put it best. He's like, look, The theory of evolution is just a theory, but it's the best we've got. Creationists, they're not looking for a theory. Science is about finding the answer. So we theorize. Creationists already have the answer, and they're just trying to prove what they want to believe. So you're right. These people are kind of religious in their troll religion, but it's not for their sake. It's for people who might be on the fence and not know any better. But I can see you're burning out. So
who are these people?
we don't know who lurks, we don't know who watches. All you see is what you're going by Penny Pounder and Totem. I mean, you know there are other people who watch this. So who knows? The answer is who the fuck knows? Who are these other people? I don't fucking know. How am I? This is the last thing. How am I gaslighting? Am I gaslighting? It's not really what gaslighting is. Gaslighting is trying to convince someone they're something they believe isn't true, or trying to lead them to believe something that's fun. I'm not saying the gaslighting. I'm trying to say that these trolls, like you just said, they're never gonna change. But if they want to throw out a point, instead of saying you're a troll, fuck you, I'll answer because I have nothing to hide. I'm being sincere about who I am. And you gotta always remember when talking to anybody, I mean, they're very bad at this too, and you are too. And maybe I'm not that great. You gotta address. You gotta say yes. At my brother's most recent job, he fucked up royally, but it wasn't always like that. He didn't deserve what he got at that other grocery store. You can't just make a blanket statement because that's all they're looking for. Don't feed the troll. Don't feed the trolls. That I will tell my brother. Brainwash Brosu, yes. Todd applied over 10 years ago. I'm not sure. This timeline's a bit sketchy, but he applied, well, definitely more than 7 years ago, which is when I discovered him. He was on EatBucks pretty much when I discovered him. So he's been on EatBucks he applied during the Obama administration. Yeah. He got his diagnosis. He spent time in the psych ward during his Obama administration. That's all this ever is. I miss people like you, Horsehead. Not people who agree, but people who are here to actually learn and have a discussion, not just spew their religion. They have the answers, So, Horsehead, we need more you. Yes. And Brosi is the victim of this leech. And you people, I guess, get off feeding off I'm a leech. I leech off of him. So actually, if you think about it, these people are really the bad guys. I'm the leech who's sucking from him. And then you guys are like the sub-leeches that suck off of me. So if I didn't suck off of his teat, you wouldn't have my teats to suck off of. Too much teat suckers. Exactly. Less teat sucking. More neat bucks. Yes. Occupational click. And whatever. Wait, hon. I have no answers. I'm answerless, but that's fine. I admire the man who admits, I don't know. Let me observe, over the one who is, I have all the answers, even though I don't know shit, and what I believe is unquestionably true. We're in the cesspool of the religious fanatics here. Well said. Well said. Yeah, well said, Horsehead.
Yes.
Occupational click out.